convey the image you want. And Cintas service includes weekly laundry and delivery. To learn more, visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
What if I told you there's a firm that will create a customized portfolio and financial plan for you and offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee? Think it doesn't exist? Think again.
Hi, I'm Mo Ansari, president of Compact Asset Management. When you start a new relationship with Compact, we'll create your customized investment portfolio and financial plan dedicated to help you reach your goals. Try us out for a year. If you're not happy for any reason, you'll get all of the management and maintenance fee that you paid refunded. This is our 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Call Compact Asset Management at 800-388-9700 to find out more. That's 800-388-9700. Satisfaction guarantee doesn't apply to fees and commissions charged by third parties for such things as insurance products or mutual fund redemptions. It also doesn't apply to any market losses which might occur in an account. For additional information regarding this guarantee, please see the disclosure brochure available at the time you enroll or upon request.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
Remember when you could go to the doctor and actually leave feeling better? Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Katz. The problem with our healthcare system is the focus on the system and not on your healthcare. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum healthcare using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men and women's health. We help people find relief when other doctors have failed. Our naturopathic doctors can restore your pain-free life using cutting-edge regenerative treatments. We can also help restore balance to your immune, digestive, and hormonal systems. Addressing your cause can also improve both mental and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working for you, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call us. We're the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, Arizona at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161 or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 Rolling Hills at 95.9 FM.
People settle down because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Boy, there's a lot going on today, isn't there? A lot has happened in the last 24 hours. One thing that, well, I want to start with this whole thing about Michael Bidwell and the Arizona Cardinals, but the Padres a little bit ago were putting the hurt on the Diamondbacks, and they've kind of stormed back bottom of the sixth with one out. And I think that, is that it? Diamondbacks are up the bat, right? The Diamondback, they're batting. I don't know. I can't see it, but all I know is
they're fielding right now.
Oh, that's right. So, well, whatever the case, 5-4 Padres over the Diamondbacks. And I want to also point out that yesterday, when the Padres beat the Diamondbacks, it was almost, I think, wasn't it 5-4? It wasn't it like the same score or something? But
yeah, well, the D-backs had the win in hand. We just don't have a closer, and so the Padres beat us last night 5-4.
All right. So, but here's the thing that I mentioned also that every game that the Diamondbacks played against the Dodgers to split the series, they scored no more than 2 points each game, two runs each game. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
So now against the Padres, it seems like they're doing a little bit better, but still. And then earlier in this game, Manny Machado struck out due to a pitch clock violation, and he argued it, and he got ejected.
Mm-hmm.
All of that, and the Diamondbacks are still losing. But still, this is the thing that's going to drive everybody crazy is not just that he was called out on a pitch because of a pitch clock violation. Yeah. If you watch it, yeah, he took too much time and he realized he screwed up, put his hand back to say timeout, but he was too late. But that was the last, that was the last strike, and that was the end of the inning. So I don't know how people feel about that, but I don't know. Again, it seems like these umpires making it about themselves more than about the game, the spirit of the game, that sort of thing. But okay, whatever. Hasn't helped the Diamondbacks. We're still losing. We'll keep you up to date on that. But right up front, the thing that we want to talk about is these allegations from Terry McDonough towards Michael Bidwell. So here, I'm trying to sort all this out, and I've read a very lengthy thing from the Cardinals, and I've read all the information and allegations by Terry McDonough as part of an arbitration thing. So, everybody's suing everybody. Everybody's upset. And so why? Okay, so he got fired and he's in arbitration against the Cardinals for what? For past pay? That's what I'm not sure about. But it was in an arbitration proceeding. But I'm trying to figure out what is at stake in the arbitration.
I didn't see that either, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I've been getting these indications that all is not right in the Arizona Cardinal land with Michael Bidwell as a owner and the things that have been going on lately. And then Steve Wilkes opens up that lawsuit and jumps on that lawsuit with Flores. That racial discrimination lawsuit. And now this comes out with the former senior vice president of the company. And if you read the allegation that McDonough is making, he said he did not want to follow what Michael Bidwell wanted done during when Drunky Drunk was still the GM. Talked about using burner phones to communicate with him while he was being suspended.
Well, for the Arizona Cardinals say that when Bidwell found out about those burner phones, he told everybody, get rid of those. We can't be doing this. So it's a he said thing here. And, again, there's always a lawsuit. There's always somebody coming after you for something. And, I didn't get the sense that Bidwell's a racist when the Wilkes thing came up. And then, of course, Terry McDonough, the Cardinals said, hey, we didn't want to say all this stuff, but now he said it openly. We're saying this openly. And that if you read what they shoved out there today after this news came out, holy moly, the stuff they have to say about him. So basically, you've got the Cardinals saying a lot of stuff. You got Terry McDonough saying a lot of stuff. Where is the truth? Don't automatically assume that the Bidwell is wrong because somebody else said he was wrong about something. No, nothing has been proven yet. Now I get it. The job of the NFL is to protect the owners, to protect the NFL. And, I don't know what to think, but I'm not going to stand here and start trumpeting the horn. You sell the team Sarver again on this.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is where there's smoke, there is fire. So there is some sort of truth. Now, I know it's not going to be all what
how do you know
McDonough
there's
says.
any? It's all alleged.
Well, I know of course, the Cardinals are going to say they're completely innocent. They have done nothing wrong here. But then you got McDonough with all these, fire bombs of accusations coming about.
Well, the Cardinals came back with fire bombs of accusations about him, saying this is a guy who's kind of unhinged already. We were being nice, not saying anything about it. Well, here is our firebomb. So there's firebombs on both sides.
I know that, but I'm also old enough and wise enough to understand there's truth in there somewhere. And what measure of truth is it? We don't quite know yet.
They're engaging in the same sort of thing, so it's hard to sell.
Well, almost, because according to the ESPN report, Terry McDonough still has the burner phone. So if that is interesting, if that comes to light and we're actually able to see what's on the phone and what messages were sent back and forth, then we leave the land of he said, and now we get into some actual facts.
Now about the burner phone, though, unless you've got one of those on there being Bidwell saying Bidwell things, that doesn't prove anything in Terry McDonough's side. All it proves is he had a burner phone and he was using it to contact and have conversations with Keim. That doesn't mean Bidwell was complicit. So then Bidwell, unless it's something that obviously Bidwell on that burner phone, Bidwell's already said, yeah, we found out about that immediately and told him to get rid of it. So this is old news.
It could be, but the other guy that was told to use a burner phone was Steve Wilkes. So I'm saying if Steve Wilkes is able to corroborate along,
he's not going to be a very polite witness for the Cardinals right now, is he?
No, he's not. But if he was in any of those communications, then you can actually go, okay, Steve, what was said, which is you, which is Keim, which is Bidwell.
I'm sure there's somebody else that was involved in that. I would remove Wilkes as a good enough witness, but if there's somebody else that's in there as well, then that person is the person you need to talk to. Wilkes already has a lawsuit against the Cardinals, so you can't.
No, it's not about
he produces his burner phone.
That's what I'm saying, or produces, is able to corroborate if he sent any text to McDonough, for instance, to say, oh yeah, I sent that. And like, it would be something that a head coach would actually say, then there will be, more evidence there in light of that, as opposed to just asking Steve Wilkes, hey, did you use one? Yeah, he might be inclined to try and sink the Cardinals there. So,
well, yeah. I mean, everything has to be proven. So listen, I'm not on Bidwell's side at all. I think that Steve Wilkes is a man of honor and of principle, and I think that he had a good point. I just don't think that's what happened in this circumstance, because I have not seen anything from Michael Bidwell or the Bidwell family that would lend itself towards a racist reasoning for the things that went the way they did for him. But I can understand why Steve Wilkes feels that way. So on that, I'm not on anybody's side. I'm on the side of, well, whatever is true and whatever comes of that comes of that. But I just never got that sense that, Michael Bidwell's dad did more as far as inclusion and helping. They weren't a family that was racially hurting people. So I have to take a moment with what Steve Wilkes is alleging. And, but again, I don't know everything. Maybe they're filthy racist wearing sheets every weekend. I don't know what's happening. But I'm just telling you my opinion. I just never got the sense of that. Well, so here comes Terry McDonough, who does seem like he's got a loose nut. He does have a lot of weirdness going on there. And but, he could be taking things that were sort of half truths and building them up in something. And the problem is he's going to win the first salvo of the opinion war, meaning he came out and I saw on Twitter all day. Oh God, here we go again. Oh, there's smoke, there's fire. I had to argue with Big George about that on there. It's like, listen, we don't know anything yet. Let's wait, especially when both sides are saying almost the same thing about each other. But here's the thing. A narcissist is always going to accuse you of exactly what you are exactly what they are guilty of. We just got to figure out who has more credibility on this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pause everybody and say, don't be like, sell the team Bidwell. You don't like the way the team has been handled. I haven't liked the way the team has been handled as far as how much money was spent, who they got in free agency, how they did things in the draft. I agree, but that's not enough to say, you got to take the team away from him. You can have the opinion, gee, I wish we had a different owner, so this is better. But this is not a Sarver situation. This is not a Dan Snyder situation.
No.
So everybody slow down on this.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I think we need more facts. I was pointing out the burner phone just to say there's an avenue for us to actually have some of those facts, as opposed to, are we going to permanently be in this place where we're just always speculating? Because if we're there, I don't know who to believe, to be honest with you. I do think that there are some things that the Cardinals have done, where the judgment's not great. I mean, the Steve Keim's entire tenure there, and I don't even mean from a football standpoint. If a general manager in any other team had gotten a DUI like that, I don't know that they still have their job. But
they certainly took care of business against any player that had a DUI here.
Yeah, and so like that seems to be pretty off. And then of course the whole Wilkes thing, hard to say exactly, which direction the team was going with that, and if there was any racial bias there. I mean, you don't know. So I'm just looking for all the little avenues that we have to where we can actually start to build up some facts.
Well, here's a problem right now with both sides flamethrowing each other. We'll get no facts. It's going to take some more time. And listen, we should just wait on this. I just don't think it needs to be hashtag sell the team Bidwell. Do you? I mean,
we're not there yet.
When the same stuff was coming out about Steve Wilkes, I was like, I get it. But then, what if that was me that owned this company and we did a thing because it seemed like the right thing to do? Race was never in our minds when it happened. But after the fact, you're like, ooh, that probably didn't look too good. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make me racist. That means ooh, well, we might not have thought that one through. And that's kind of the way I thought it was with Bidwell. And everybody says Bidwell's an evil genius and he's running all this. I've kind of watched this because I've watched the All or Nothing. I've watched the Hard Knocks. And again, doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything because the Cardinals also had full editorial control over All or Nothing. But I just got the sense is like, man, if anything, he has trusted blindly the likes of Steve Keim. And his worst thing was, letting this guy run stuff for way too long. And I didn't have the sense that he was meddling or micromanaging. I know what micromanaging is like. I have been micromanaged. And this whole Dr. Evil thing that people want to put on Bidwell, I just haven't seen it. I could be wrong. Michael Bidwell's a very intelligent man. He was a prosecutor here in Phoenix. He's a smart guy, maybe not making all the smartest football decisions everybody wishes he would make, but I think, maybe he is smart enough to be diabolical. Here's one little point that I see in all this that does need answering by the Cardinals. And when they said, oh, well, we hired Terry, and then suddenly somebody told us bad things about him. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not going to bore you with all the details. Then we discovered something else. Then we discovered something this. Over time, a troubling pattern emerged. Several months later, blah, blah, blah. Well, why didn't you fire him a long time ago? If Terry McDonough was a wingnut, why didn't you fire him a long time ago? One of the things they said was, well, he's a valuable talent evaluator and his role should be focused on that aspect alone and he should work remotely. There's no talent evaluator worth everything you claim you went through with him and how he treated not just the owner. He cusses out the owner and tells him stuff. There's been fired a long time ago.
There are plenty of talent evaluators in this world. You mean to tell me that you could not find some up and coming star in that realm and pluck him from another organization the moment you realize that if you thought Terry McDonough was a loon, just a crazy guy, why didn't you do that? And this
there are many such documented instances of Terry's combative behavior in our records, some minor, some major, including threats of violence. Not one damn day more would Radio Ron take any one of us with a threat of violence. We fired a guy who once stood over me, loomed over me like he wanted to start some stuff. You'd think that Radio Ron's going to put up with this and build well. Would you think he'd put up with a guy who's threatening people with violence? Stop.
And that's the reason why I actually, in a weird roundabout kind of way, McDonough's point about, the culture of the organization could actually be kind of right. If he's somebody you keep around, what other people were you not firing that you probably should have let go of, who might have been giving off that kind of, aura of, hey, this is a toxic thing to have in your work environment. Maybe don't have it. And Michael Bidwell and others in that organization just didn't let go of people who should have been let go of. And then you have this whole toxic environment that you could have avoided. You could have avoided the whole thing.
Here's their explanation. Long before we knew these latest details concerning domestic violence, and throughout his time with the Cardinals, the team took extraordinary measures to support Terry. Why would you support a guy who's done domestic violence or been horrible? Why would you continue to support and assist him in navigating his professional and personal challenges? That included encouraging him to seek expert help for the difficult issues that clearly continue to afflict him. Yeah, but there's a point. There's a point where you try to help a guy and then you find that, oh my God, he's threatening people who work here. He's going to the Christmas party. And he's starting crap. Yeah. Why would you let him continue to be there? Well, I feel like we've said that about Steve Keim a time or two too.
Yeah. So with Michael Bidwell, and it's hard for me to tell because I'm not from here. I haven't followed this team as long or as closely as everybody else. And I'm trying to play catch up, but I can't tell with Michael Bidwell if he's just kind of negligent or if he is just one of those people who's loyal to a fault.
I think he's loyal to a fault and negligent. And I don't think he's this evil genius about football that everybody makes him out to be. But gee whiz, when you see all this, they're saying, wow, all this thing, here's our case against him. Wow. Maybe in like a tenth of the time that you listed all that, if you just let him go sooner, you wouldn't have this problem right now, would you? And that kind of does ding the Cardinals' credibility a little bit too, I think.
I know because growing up a Commanders fan, the moment that Dan Snyder bought the team, it only took a couple of years for people to go, no, this guy's kind of rotten. Wish he didn't buy our franchise. That I don't get that from Michael Bidwell, from some of the stuff I read about him. That kind of nefariousness, the always hiding everything, trying to be all cloak and dagger with some of the things that you're doing behind the scenes. And obviously we're starting to find out now about all of the stuff that Dan Snyder was doing with the money. I just don't, from what I've seen, I haven't seen that from Michael Bidwell. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt until something comes out that's actually substantial. But there's a lot of bad judgment stuff going on in there, at the very least.
I encourage everybody to make sure before you pop off the handle there, read everything that Terry McDonough has said, as well as read everything the Arizona Cardinals have said. And also take a moment and realize you don't know who's telling the truth. You are going to sit there and think you do, but you don't. And you're going to need more time before you do. But be my guest, do whatever you want. I'm advocating for patience. That's all I'm doing. 888-368-1580. CK says, good afternoon, fellas. Randy, beer me, please. Some old Turdnals, same old Turdnals. And hashtag, I'm not reading your hashtag when you use the word Turdnals. Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Tuesday. So why the hell did Torey Lovello not use Andrew Chafin yesterday? Because he's Torey Lovello and we have to take a break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. The best way to start betting smarter is to sign up for a free VSiN subscription at vsin.com/subscribe. That's vsin.com/subscribe.
NBA tonight, the Phoenix Suns are home to take on the San Antonio Spurs. Phoenix a 19-point home favorite, minus 2,500 on the money line. San Antonio plus 1,200. The over-under is at 236.5. Golden State and San Francisco hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Warriors an 8-point home favorite, minus 340. Thunder plus 275, over under 242. The Utah Jazz taking on the Lakers. Los Angeles a 9.5-point road favorite, minus 450 on the money line. Utah plus 350, over under 236. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
One trip down Scottsdale Road and it's obvious. Snowbird season is here. You know what else is on Scottsdale Road? The absolute best restaurant to take your out-of-town friends and family to. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. No one does it better than Kasai, where talented Teppan chefs create the food, fire, and fun of teppanyaki. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse is dinnertainment at its best, where a delicious 7-course meal is prepared right at your table with flair. It's the perfect choice for any occasion. Choose from over 50 different items and combinations of teppanyaki. Looking for a great dining without the show? Kasai offers an awesome selection of Asian-inspired dishes and tasty sushi. Happy hour deals daily until 6 p.m. And enjoy outdoor dining on our heated patio. So whether here on a golfing trip, for spring training, or just to enjoy our Arizona sunshine, don't just take your guests to dinner. Take them to Kasai Japanese Steakhouse for dinnertainment. Visit KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com. Or call 480-607-1114.
In business, everything your employees do impacts your brand, including what they wear. Cintas has high-performance workplace apparel for almost every job imaginable. From work shirts and pants, to polos and khakis, to Oxfords or t-shirts, these clothes move, breathe, and look great. Your team gets the styles they like, you convey the image you want. And Cintas service includes weekly laundry and delivery. To learn more, visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
1580 The Fanatic. And at 1580thefanatic.com. Your home for sports.
Diamondbacks still in action in San Diego right at this moment. Still locked in battle against the Padres. Josh Rojas and Geraldo Perdomo, current heroes of the game. But let me tell you what. With the grand slams, no hitters, and double plays being back with the MLB baseball, no better place to get in on the action than on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers can step up to the plate with a no sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just go to FanDuel.com, insert my promo code, FanDuel.com/Randy1580. Sign up and place your first bet. Get up to $1,000 in bonus bets back if you don't win. You know, the Diamondbacks, they came into this series, they tied 2-2. 2-2. They split the series with the Dodgers to open the season. I bet nobody saw that coming.
I didn't.
Me neither.
The Diamondbacks lost a close one last night, currently losing in another close battle in San Diego. Who knows how it's going to end up?
It ain't over till it's over, Randy.
I mean, you could go over on wins for the Diamondbacks this year. You could go under. You could see Shohei Ohtani. How many home runs? Is he going to break the record this year? Aaron Judge did it last year. Is Shohei going to do it this year? He's already started off the season. He's got a couple of long balls right now. What about the Mets? Are they your World Series pick? You could put all that down and make a bet on that. Put some money down on that. And if it doesn't happen, you can get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets. Then you can continue betting on the FanDuel with the free bets, essentially. Don't miss out your chance on this first bet, free no sweat first bet up to $1,000 when you join FanDuel today. Again, FanDuel.com/Randy1580 to sign up. FanDuel, official partner of Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. It must be 21 or older, present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. Jeffco.
Thank you, Randy. I realized as we were just kind of messing around there that, yes, Keon did choose the Mets for his World Series team. And
he did, yeah.
I chose the Padres.
Hmm.
That feels very awkward right now when my team is playing. I'm not rooting for them.
You're not rooting for the Padres?
No, I picked them to win the series, but that doesn't mean I want them to beat the Diamondbacks. So I feel like I have to be a politician at this moment and do one of these little knuckle things.
Sort of
I did not want the Padres to beat the Diamondbacks on the way to a World Series win. I don't know. It doesn't really feel good or right. So we'll keep an eye on that score for you guys. 888-368-1580. And is there anything else we need to talk about with this whole Cardinals thing? Terry McDonough accusing Bidwell, Cardinals accusing Terry McDonough, this whole big ugly fight.
I don't think so. I think we all three agree. You got to wait. You got to wait till all the facts come out. You can't go on the first sign of anything. But it's sad to me that now another Arizona professional franchise is going to be in the limelight for something, whether it's wrong or right, true or not, they're in the limelight in a negative way. I just think it's horrible.
Game's all tied up.
Hooray! Who got that one? Yeah, it was a single home run, or was it just a guy hit in?
There was a guy hit in. There was somebody on third, and Perdomo hit him in, so he's on first now. And the inning continues.
Yeah, well, that's good news. There's good news, and no outs. There's no outs yet. I mean, we're not allowed to do play-by-play, but I'm trying to make heads or tails of this feed that I've got here. It's no good. But you keep us up to date.
I think there's one out.
888-368-1580. Yeah, again, we'll see what happens. But you're right, Randy. It's another stain on Phoenix sports. We keep thinking, yeah, all right, we're getting Coyotes sorted. No, we're not. Well, one of the a minority owner of the Coyotes got in trouble in Vegas or something? I don't think we were on the air when that happened.
There was that, and also the fact that there's been a lot of questions surrounding the new owner of the Coyotes and moving them from Glendale out to Tempe. There's been some rumors about the Coyotes moving out of the state. There's been some business dealings.
They know that the Tempe thing won't work, so then they're going to be like, well, fine, we're out of here.
That rumor has kind of been a bit squelched ever since they came out with this Tempe situation where they're willing to put up a sports arena out in Tempe, and of course it's a complex like what's over in Glendale here, and there are some in Tempe that don't want to do that, but I mean there's that's going on. There's some people in Tempe that think that's just a ruse they're going to be taken advantage of, and the taxpayers are going to be taken advantage of, and then. The owner of the team, some of his business dealings have been highly questioned about running out on bills or not paying bills. His integrity as a businessman has been questioned. Then you had one of the minority owners, like you said, in Las Vegas. I mean, what's next? Ken Kendricks is going to get caught, with some Ponzi scheme or something. I mean, what's going to happen now?
So far, it's just the Diamondbacks suck. That is the only sin from where the Diamondbacks sit.
See, the D-backs this year, they've got a young squad this year, and they've got some pitching finally. Maybe not so much in the bullpen. I think that remains to be seen. That's cloudy for me. But I mean, they have a lineup that can do some damage. They're
right now. They're up 6-5.
Well, there you go. They're capable of keeping this team in the game if they can get some pitching. I mean, the Diamondbacks, they could surprise some people. I'll be honest with you. They could surprise some people.
Well, they needed bats, and they showed up against the Padres more than they did against the Dodgers. So, I guess there's room for a little bit of hope, but I don't want to get carried away. I don't want to be one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too crazy with this. And it'd be great to split this this mini series with the Padres. But then guess who we got next? The Dodgers. So Dodgers for another 4 games. So let's hope. Let's just hope they're finding their way and that maybe we can beat the Dodgers on the other side. But outside of that, no, I'm not ready to hang a banner yet.
Early season. It's going to be quite a bit before you know what this team is. I've said it before, and I'll remind everybody that doesn't realize this. The All-Star break. Once the All-Star break happens, you start to see what kind of a team you have. That's when you start looking at where you're at in the standings. That's where you start to see, is this team a contender or not? It's always around the All-Star break. So let this team just kind of flourish, do what they're going to do. If they can stay out of the damn analytics, just stay out of the damn analytics.
I mean, they're playing some small ball right now, which
I'm very excited to see.
Well, keep us up to date, Keons, as you can see it. I can't see it. But listen, yesterday, Diamondbacks had the game won. They had the game won until the Padres, made history. They were the first team in Major League history with a walk-off win on back-to-back home runs by their number 8 and number 9 batter. That sucked so much, but the Diamondbacks had it. And then you're right. That pitching is what killed them there.
Same old song and dance for the Diamondbacks. They just, for whatever reason, they just refuse to have a star or a closer. They refuse. It's closer by committee. It's analytics driven, and I can't stand it.
By the way, if you don't know this, Bumgarner is going to be okay. They say he's going to start, I think, on Friday. So
my God, we're all saying. I mean, we can all breathe now, right?
Well, I know that probably is going to be met with mixed results. Oh, yay, Bumgarner, because he's so good right now. Oh, fantastic.
Speaking of people who should probably be in the bullpen, Madison Bumgarner.
Yeah. 888-368-1580. And, oh, by the way, speaking of, oh, my God, Josh Smith for the Rangers. Did you see that? Oh, he got hit right in the face by a pitch. That pitch was it was a lot inside. It hit him right in the face yesterday. Texas was playing the Orioles, and 89-mile-an-hour slider got away from Danny Coulomb and bam, put him down hard. Good news is he had tests. They all came out clean. And, they said there wasn't any major damage. Initial x-rays said there's no breaks. There's no problem. I don't know if he had more tests today, but holy cow, that was just, did you see the tape on that?
I did not see the tape.
Yeah, I just watched it. And, oh my God.
Yeah. Listen, man of the day to Josh Smith for taking that the way he took it. But, yeah, he did finally get up and walked off the field under his own power. But, oh, man, that you don't want to see that.
Those helmets with the little guard on the front, I don't know why everyone's not wearing those. Like,
yeah, that one little thing that right there, like that, might have made the difference in dropping him like
that
a
is
sack of
roughly
potatoes.
where he got hit in the face.
Yeah, but whatever the case, the good news is at least at the moment, no major damage, and I don't know if he's expected back anytime soon. You hit me with an 89-mile-an-hour ball, it might be a few days. I might need to go think my life. sit by a pond or the ocean and just sort of think for a little
life.
Yeah,
and other great things.
Just take it easy. The Big T says Randy sounds like Bruce today. Why does he sound like Bruce? Which part? What are you talking about, man?
Pardon me?
I don't know. Average Joe says, good afternoon, everyone. What's got 2 thumbs and came in second place in the tournament pick'em? This guy. That's right. You are correct. Average Joe has won the $500 Kasai Japanese Steakhouse gift certificate for having the second place bracket. It was kind of, I'm glad for you, Average Joe, but who I really kind of feel bad for is Brian Pastor. That guy was sitting in first place for the longest time, didn't have anybody in the final game, and everybody, the 3 cars just went, whoop. It's like leading the race for the entire thing, and then all of a sudden, that's it.
Yeah.
So here are your winners for the Harmon Solar NCAA Bracket Challenge. Dave Nash is in first place, followed by Average Joe. And then after that, Kevin, I believe it's Koch. I'm going to say Koch because the other pronunciation possibly could get me in trouble. So, so Kevin and Joe and Dave, congratulations. Dave gets himself $1,000. Average Joe gets $500 from Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. So you're going to eat good there for at least $500 of that. And then, of course, Kevin, he's got the grill. Kevin Koch gets the grill, and that thing is sweet. I've shown you before that it's a portable grill. You can take it camping, take it to the lake. You can take it wherever you need to take it, and it sets up that you can like luggage. Like you roll your luggage through the airport, then you expand it, and there you go. Although somebody's got to carry a propane tank, but still, even if you got one of those little ones, you'd be fine to have a cookout right there. I'm just saying that was a sweet grill, a sweet Coleman grill. So yes, Dave Nash gets the 1,000. Joe Russ gets $500 in gift certificates from Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, and Kevin gets himself a nice grill. So there you go. Now, as far as us here at the radio station, Izzy got 17th place. Now, to give you an idea how far 17th place was away from first place had 102 points. Izzy, who did better than anybody at the radio station, had 60. So there was a long path between 17th and first. But here's what we got. So on the show, nobody did better than Randy White. Randy White was 27th place. Then after that, way back, me. I was 67th place. And then a little ways behind me, not too far, was Keon with 72nd place. And like a Laker should be, Ralph was in 140th. That's right. 140 was the place of Ralph from Harmon Solar.
By the way, Diamondbacks 7-5.
I just saw that pop up there. Keep it going, guys, because it only took 2 single home runs to ruin the fun last night. So come on, don't screw this up. So anyways, congratulations and thank you to everybody who participated in the Harmon Solar NCAA March Madness bracket contest thing. And we'll see you again next year with that. 888-368-1580. Wilbur says, didn't Monica Lewinsky hit by an 89-mile-an-hour fastball? No.
It was another flying object.
But I heard it was a curve. Pinocchio says, will the Raiders please stop with the hiring of Patriots? Hoyer, now Amendola. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. You just became, last year's Patriots. The Raiders are Josh McDaniel is a man of limited imagination, and it truly is showing. You need to be angry at everybody in the Raiders organization. And I mean, everybody. That team is like, well, let's do all the things the Patriots did before, except suck. They don't realize that you can't just bring all the same people that Tom Brady played with and expect success without Tom Brady 5 years ago. So yeah, that's I does my heart well. It makes me happy.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
see Josh McDaniel failed miserably. I'm sorry for our Raiders friends.
Well, the way I see it, as the Diamondbacks now are up 8-5, I think Rojas just stole home. So the way I see it, the faster McDaniels flames out for you guys in Vegas, the faster Raider fans can get back to normal life. So maybe just letting McDaniels just go full McDaniels and letting him just do whatever he wants. And then once he screws that up and tries to make Patriots West and can't make that work because, I can't imagine why that wouldn't happen.
He is racing full speed towards a pink slip. And he's like a crazy over-sugared kid with a balloon on a windy day. That's Josh McDaniel right now.
You are playing in a division where if you can't score 35 points a game, you can't win. You can't win if you can't do it against the Chiefs. If you can't hit 30, 35, you can't do it against the Chargers. Like, what? I don't know what he's planning to do here. This is not a team right now that can score like that.
Big George says, Jeffrey, you said bet the house in San Diego State. I did that. Now I'm homeless, the wife and a kid. Can we come live with you? No. But I will remind you, I told you to bet the house on that other game, not this game.
On the Final Four matchup, not the championship game. Yeah.
You should have an extra house to spare because of that. And if you bet that house, then you're just back to having one house. Listen, your bad math is not my problem. We'll get you the number for some help. 888-368-1580. King Kitten says, go Diamondbacks. Go indeed. It is now 8-5. We'll take a break and hopefully come back to even more scores by the Diamondbacks. The Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and soon you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Wendy's $3 breakfast deal is a bacon or sausage egg croissant plus small seasoned potatoes for $3. It's the breakfast that don't miss. So if you did miss Wendy's breakfast, don't imagine fresh cracked eggs, sizzling sausage, crispy bacon, and block out those hot, buttery, flaky croissants. Croissants don't really make a sound, but if they did, for a breakfast that don't miss, Wendy's is that breakfast. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Select a request $3 breakfast deal to obtain discount. Not valid for a la carte combo orders.
Arizona offers thousands of helpful resources for service members, veterans, and their families. But navigating the system can be confusing and overwhelming. Call 866-4AZ-VETS to talk directly to caring people professionally trained to help you. Get connected to resources and benefits at no cost. Just call 866-4AZ-VETS now. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veteran Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
What if I can't afford to retire? What if I outlive my money? What if I can't take care of my family?
If you're worried about the what ifs life can throw your way, maybe it's time to think about a financial plan.
I'm Mo Ansari, president of Compact Asset Management and host of Market Round. The financial planning team here at Compact focuses on the answers to all of life's what ifs. Wouldn't it be nice to replace worry with confidence?
Maybe I can retire in style. It would be nice to not worry about my family. Maybe I can have the financial freedom to live the life I want to live.
Call me and let's discuss your what ifs. Call 1-800-388-9700 for a free consultation and a free retirement income evaluation. That's 1-800-388-9700, and I will meet with you personally. 1-800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or
this is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
So, what's your favorite thing about sports? The excitement, the action, or the 5-meat pizza and the six-pack?
Bingo.
That's what we thought. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. King Kitten says, hey, Jeffco, that North Texas scoop, bonus, baby. New shoes for the interview. Where'd that come from? I have no idea what he's talking about. Does anybody else know what he's talking about?
I'm a little clueless, unless we're talking. I mean, North Texas is in the NIT.
Maybe that guy told him to bet the house. I did on that NIT game. Is that what you're talking about, King Gittens? Holy crap. If you actually made money on that, I deserve a cut for sure. Silly Wabbit says, good afternoon, gentlemen. I heard Michael Bidwell's trying to join the Mount Rushmore of bad behavior owners. Sterling, Sarver, Snyder. Will Bidwell be next? I doubt it. I mean, listen, I could be wrong. Maybe remember that Saturday Night Live sketch where Phil Hartman was playing Ronald Reagan and the camera's on. He's like, well, everything is nice. And as soon as the camera's off, all right, boys, here's what we're going to do. Smoking a cigar. All right, we're going to kill that guy. And suddenly Bidwell is just all nice. And then all of a sudden the camera's off. And he's like, all right, you son of a bitch, you do what I tell you. Stop crying, Kime. God damn it. And I just don't know if I can see that. But it could be.
Yeah, I mean, look, if billionaires don't want you to know things, you're not going to know. Like they are better because of all the money that they have. They are capable of hiding anything, big and small, even inconsequential stuff they don't want you to know. You're not going to know. So if Michael Bidwell has skeletons in his closet, like there's no way for any of us to find out unless it comes out in something, an investigation like this. And we'll see. Time will tell.
So, you just brought something up about being a billionaire. How many billions does Dan Snyder have? How many billions does he have? Because I know his team is worth something, but what does he have right now as a billion?
He himself, it's very unclear because he's in debt to various
in debt, but also shady with his money. So who knows?
Yeah. I mean, Bank of America, who's doing the sale of the team, he owes them $1 billion. They're going to take their $1 billion off the top of the sale. So who can say?
So according to Forbes and things, Michael Bidwell has a net worth of $1.5 billion. And I guess if you put the value of the team, like if you sold it and what he would get out of it, or how much the team shovels into his bank account every month or year, then that gives you a clear picture of his worth. And I just, what's funny? Never seen him that way. And I don't know why. Listen, the Cardinals are not my team. I don't care. I honestly don't. Why am I so easy on Michael Bidwell? And for me, it's just been more a matter of I don't get that sense, And listen, I've had a lot of ex-girlfriends and a couple of ex-wives. And what this means is maybe I'm not always the best judge of character. Maybe I'm not the right
to say it, pal.
Yeah, I might not be the right person to say. As far as NFL owners, he's only the 26th. He's in 26th place for the richest. So he's not like rich. I mean, compared to us, he is. compared to anyone listening. He is. I don't think anyone listening, unless it's Michael Bidwell, has $1.5 billion and a whole bunch of money in the family business that he could probably have 6 or 7 if he decided to cash out. So I don't know. I've just never seen him like that, like billionaire, blah, 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 like cigar chomping guy. Just looks like a guy who'd wear a suit and show up and be like, "Hey guys, I'm Bill Bidwell. I'm Michael Bidwell. I own a team." Never saw him that way. Maybe that's on me. Maybe why am I so easy on him?
You don't have to think that every billionaire is this mustache twirling villain to just know that if you have billions of dollars and there's just stuff that you would rather keep private, it's staying private.
Well, evidently not, because so then
until you interact with other people. Yeah, I mean, then it's all out the window at that point.
I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's, I guess, for me, the most I'm going to say is let's just slow down. Let's make sure we're right. I mean, once all that stuff came out about Sarver, man, I was running right along with you. Get rid of Sarver. I was quick to get rid of Donald Sterling when I was at a station that actually carried the Clippers in Southern California. Once that went down, I'm like, okay, don't turn on the guys on the team. Don't turn on the players. Let's see if the NBA handles this right. And if they don't, then we're going to pull the plug. We are not going to broadcast Clippers games on this radio station. And to Adam Silver's credit, bam, they moved quick and took care of that business in the right way. So, but again, in all situations, I mean, we had tape, there was tape, and Snyder has a long list of crap, which I am just still shocked that he has not been gacked a long time ago.
Which is the other thing, is that even if this stuff about Michael Bidwell turns out to be true, it doesn't even begin to rise.
Shut up. Go ahead.
It doesn't even begin to rise to the level of what Dan Snyder did for the greater part of 20 years. So does that mean that Bidwell's going to be on the outs? Probably not. The owners in this league don't want to move to push out another owner. They're just not interested in setting the precedent. So unless Michael Bidwell has been so shady that he is taking money from the other owners in the NFL, like Dan Snyder has been, I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
King Kitten says it isn't Mike Bidwell's to cash out. He'd have to share with all his siblings. Well, I'm just saying, I don't know how much his cut would be, but how many siblings does he have? How many other mouths would have to be fed if they did sell the Cardinals? Everybody's like, #sell the team. If that happened, he'd probably be good for a few. I don't think that's unrealistic.
If he just sold his majority share, he wouldn't have to cash out for everybody.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not ready to hashtag anything right now. So 888-368-1580. Well, we're all over the place right now. There's all kinds of things I wanted to talk about. Where do you guys think we should go next? Back to Major League Baseball, talk about the Masters. We haven't even talked about the NCAA tournament national championship from last night. So where do you guys want to go? Because everything is just all scattered now.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a little tournament talk.
It's at the bottom of my papers. Jeez.
I mean, you left it up to us.
I shouldn't have mentioned it. Hold on. All right, now I got it. Somebody won. I can't remember who. Wait, by the way, who'd you pick? You picked San Diego, didn't you?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I heard you on the show. You picked San Diego. I picked you.
No, I did not pick San Diego State.
Fine.
That's not what my bet slip says. So.
Yeah, you bet on San Diego, didn't you?
Yeah, to cover the spread.
Yeah,
it was a 7-point spread.
Oh, they really didn't.
Yeah,
they really did not. That was so.
No, I bet on UConn to cover the spread. I did not bet on San Diego.
They totally covered the spread. Yeah, because doesn't matter. All right, so go ahead, give us your thoughts, Keon, on that game last night between UConn and the illusion that is San Diego State.
I mean, Adama Sanogo is just an incredible basketball player. They did to San Diego State what they've done to basically just about everybody else in this tournament. They've beaten the last 5 teams, including San Diego State, by 15 or more. They rolled through everyone. It was like an absolutely dominant performance. It was one of those, this is not the most enjoyable national title game relative to some of these other games that we had in the tournament.
Like 3.5 quarters of feeling sorry for somebody.
Just like in the first half, it was just pretty clear where we were headed on this. And I just hats off to UConn. I mean, they have a hell of a program and a hell of a coach over there. I know Big George was talking about how ASU hired the wrong Hurley brother. I don't know about all of that. UConn is a basketball power. They're a basketball school.
Yeah, they were going to get people on their team, regardless of which Hurley.
Their recruiting is geared towards basketball. The resources at ASU, it's a football school. That's where the money goes. So it's not like Bobby Hurley is out here and coaching and like he's got top tier guys. He's got 5 stars all across the board and he's underachieving. So I just didn't think that was necessarily fair on the part of Big George. But regardless, I just thought UConn showed up and had so many different ways of beating you. I didn't think that they would be able to display all of that all in one game, but here we are. They absolutely did it.
Hey, let me ask you a question. So you see some of the photographs, from the celebration after the thing, UConn, yay, right? Mm-hmm. Which in my head is always the sound of a celebration with the players. Yay, yay, yay. When they were yaying, there was one really tall guy. It made it look like there was one grown-up playing with a bunch of kids. Who the hell is that beast and how tall is he actually? Because he was like looking down like, like a high five from him could put you in the hospital. That guy was just
like a Jolly Green Giant or something.
Who is that guy, Keon? He's like 7 foot everything.
I don't know exactly which person you were talking about.
I thought it was photoshopped at first, but I thought, maybe those guys are sitting. But no, there's this one guy looming over the top like, it's like, whoa. Didn't catch that dude's name. Look at this. Big George says breaking news on this. Don't play the music for him. He's been annoying on Twitter. He doesn't get the music. He says Purdue center Zach Edey was named winner of the Wooden Award for nation's best player. 7'4" star, averaged 22.5 points, almost 13 rebounds, and 2 blocks a game. Led Purdue to the Big Ten championship and a #1 seed in the tourney. That guy was 7'4", but I feel like the guy that I saw giving high fives in UConn line was bigger than that.
I didn't know they had a Woody Award.
That's right.
Because he's 7'4".
Zach Edey got himself a nice big
I don't know that UConn has anybody bigger than 7'4". But
when did they start handing out Woody Awards?
Wooden, as in the great John Wooden.
I'd win an award every morning.
I'm sorry. I'm saying, yeah, well, there you go.
Right. I'll give a speech. I don't care every day. 888-368-1580. King Kitten says St. Petersburg. Is that the name of the player or
let's just leave it there.
Sure. God, little help here. Look up and see if there's a St. Petersburg who plays for UConn and then tell me how tall he is.
There isn't.
Okay, then I don't know.
I didn't think there was. I just double checked the roster here. Nope.
Can you look up their heights and tell me what did nobody see the picture? Okay, fine. Against the spread says, good day, gentlemen. Before the Sweet 16, I told you guys UConn would win the title. They were 10-1 odds to win at that time. Hopefully you won a large sum of money. And if you did, cash out 90% of your winnings, invest it, and use it to support your now improved lifestyle. There you go. And if I scroll back, yes, you will see that he did say take UConn. In fact, I just found it. Back on March 27th, I told you UConn would cut down the nets, and he goes on to make his predictions there. So
we got a Donovan Clingan.
All right, so
7'2".
The Klingon
He's a Klingon.
is only 7'2".
What do you mean only?
Well, I thought he was 7'2". Then those other guys are shorter than 6 foot because
Spock, was he tall too?
Shaq was 7'2". So
some of those guys look 2 feet shorter, not 1 foot shorter. So, thank you, Pinocchio. You are correct.
Person on the floor.
Average Joe also confirms it. Donovan Klingon. That Klingon is 7'2", and he's a freshman. He might keep growing.
Well, Victor Wembanyama is going to be the #1 pick in the draft. He was 7'2" at the beginning of last year. He's 7'4" now.
That kid's parents are so glad he's out of the house and not eating all the food
and getting free athletic gear from the university.
Let them handle it.
We have a few more things about the tournament and stuff when we come back, and of course, some football on the way. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. Jim Babette.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and soon you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Wendy's $3 breakfast deal is a bacon or sausage egg croissant plus small seasoned potatoes for $3. It's the breakfast that don't miss. So if you did miss Wendy's breakfast, don't imagine fresh cracked eggs, sizzling sausage, crispy bacon, and block out those hot, buttery, flaky croissants. Croissants don't really make a sound, but if they did, for a breakfast that don't miss, Wendy's is that breakfast. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Select a request $3 breakfast deal to obtain discount. Not valid for a la carte combo orders.
With LifeWell, help is here to support our community with counseling, housing services, and addiction treatment. We focus on adults and young adults with financial need. Learn more at lifewell.us and join our team to make a difference in the lives of others. We are hiring counselors, nursing staff, psychiatrists, and more. Start a career of hope, health, and healing at lifewell.us. This message is sponsored by LifeWell and a Virginia G. Piper Charitable Trust COVID Response Grant.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation and irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem, Eliquis, apixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live on the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And thank you, Baker Cocky Hens says that Yukon freshman Klingon who's 7'2", he's like, it's Worf. No, this is probably Worf's son. I can tell you're not a real nerd because you spelled it wrong. And how I know I'm a real nerd because I know how to spell it. He says, I was also on UConn last night, grabbed them live, minus 10.5. My favorite bet of the night was a live bet made in the middle of the ninth. It took Padres up 340 over the Diamondbacks, back-to-back home runs immediately afterwards. There you go. I mean, I hate that you got that betting against the Diamondbacks, but I guess you got to make your money. You got to make your money. Can't be emotional about such things.
I'll be betting against the Nationals all year. So, I mean, you might as well.
Yeah.
If you know they're going to lose, just go ahead and take the money.
Absolutely right. Got to get yours. Big George says, well, Jeffrey, sometimes we don't always agree on everything. I'm just criticizing a billionaire owner of my favorite NFL team for some shady stuff that he's been alleged of doing. I'm sorry. Don't shadow ban me. First off, I don't shadow anything. I am not passive aggressive. I'm just aggressive. If I'm going to ban you or block you, I'm just going to tell you. Second, of course I'm not going to. But George, it does get a bit tiring to see you knee-jerk react to everything. Everything. You fire him. Everybody, fire him.
Literally the first game of Major League Baseball season. Big George was like, fire Torey Lovullo, fire everybody.
To be fair, that is a continuation of what he's been saying about Torey Lovullo for a long time.
True, but last year when they started winning games, I didn't hear that out of Big George when they ended the year strong. Then they lose one game this year. Then they win 2 against the Dodgers. I didn't hear anything about fire Torey Lovullo then. And it looks like they could be winning this game too. Knock on wood. I'm just saying, it's really early in the season. Can we at least get to like 10, 15 games in before we start talking about fire Torey Lovullo?
So yeah, and again, George, I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm just saying let's give it a moment.
Every day, Bobby Hurley caught a stray. He wasn't even doing anything yesterday. He was just there watching his brother coach. And here comes Big George. He hired the wrong Hurley. Like if you hired the correct Hurley here at a football school, you're going to have the same result as UConn. You can't compare it that way.
No, you just have a different Hurley to blame. And then you'd be saying, gosh, I wish we'd gotten Bobby Hurley. He was clearly we missed out on the right Hurley.
And maybe Bobby Hurley isn't a good enough coach. That is possible. But when we say one of the things that Bobby Hurley doesn't do well is his teams fall apart every season. Well, that did not happen this year. So cut him some slack at least for 5 seconds.
Could be that he's just upset that because he bet the house, on the San Diego team.
That's a good point.
The next game, not my fault, but he might be living in his car. And he's 7 feet tall. That can't be comfortable.
No,
he drives a Kia like a small one
with a wife and child. Can't be good. Can't be good.
Yep. His knees are coming out both side windows.
His job. This team has been underperforming. Yeah, okay. They had a stretch last year towards the end of the season where they started to look good. And essentially that same group of players are still intact, minus one guy who is gone and should have maybe stayed on the team. And I think we all know who I'm talking about. I don't need to go into details here. Another questionable move. But hey, bottom line is the Diamondbacks, in my opinion, unless they do something to get into the wild card, the Diamondbacks are nothing more than a corporation. They're a corporate team, and they are out on the field to make money for their owners, and that's it. The ownership group cares nothing about championships or competing. They're just out there to make money.
Well, I didn't get to Berg's text quick enough. He says, hi, guys, bottom of the ninth. Diamondbacks have a 3-run lead. Think they win? And now they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah.
It's 8-6 right now. So I'm
sure the analytics told them to put somebody in that is going to give up the damn game.
Jameson is pitching right now.
Yeah, and he's 34 pitches in, and there's 2 out. So, he's going up against Juan Soto. So God bless him.
Oh, good God. How many people are on base?
Nobody.
6, 7? Oh, good.
The home run was a solo shot that he gave up.
2.
I
couldn't have been Manny Machado because he got tossed.
Yeah.
Well,
Soto
actually,
just
I'm
got
on
on
the Machado
base
side on that.
So,
by the way, Hefty Lefty, we were talking about Big George's knee-jerk reactions. He's like, that's a big knee to jerk too. You're not wrong, Hefty. You are not wrong.
It takes a while.
I'm intrigued. You're on Manny Machado's side for not getting in and being ready at the 8-second count.
The umpire didn't need to toss. He stood there, and yeah, he did reach back. I think he realized he was running the clock. He's like, oh crap! So he goes timeout. The umpire doesn't have to give him timeout, and it's for him to calling the strike and ending the inning. I don't love it, but the umpire was right at that moment. But Machado just kind of turned, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's tossed just for arguing. That's the part that I am against.
Well, and it wasn't a confrontation. It was like they were talking.
Well,
he wasn't swearing. He wasn't saying it's like your mom gets out.
That we know of.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was pretty obvious.
Nobody was down on the field listening to what was being said.
No, you could tell body language and everything. Machado just kind of turned and it's just like, come on, man, what the hell?
Even when Machado got tossed, he just kind of shrugged his shoulders in frustration. He wasn't, he wasn't being demonstrative. He wasn't in the umpire's face or anything. They were talking though.
I just feel like angry Machado. This was not angry Machado.
If you're gonna talk, I don't know. Let guys talk through this thing. He's out.
Why?
He's out.
Why? He's out. Go talk to somebody on the bench. Don't stand out here on the field.
Why can't he just turn and say, "Well, what the hell?"
I
man?"
don't know. I just think
They're
that
umpires. They're not counselors. Go talk to one
No,
of
he's
your
asking
coaches.
the guy, "What the hell? Why would you call that?" I had already called
He
timeout.
knows why he got called out. He knows why he got called out.
Still, just to toss him for just turning and saying one sentence, like, "What the heck, man?"
like
That's
when,
I don't know
basically
what
what
was
it
said.
was.
when the guy's there screaming at the ump and all that, okay, I definitely understand that. But
Yeah,
it
well,
just seems like a lot of guys are trying to just talk through to trying to understand. And we know it's going to be rough during the early part of the season. I
trying
just
to
don't
understand what. That
why
at 8 seconds
you know,
weren't ready to hit.
why his timeout didn't get registered, all that stuff. I
He
mean,
doesn't have to give him a timeout.
he doesn't have to. I'm just saying, if a guy turns to say, hey, why not? At least answer him without tossing him.
I
This
mean,
is a
you're right,
no-win
Randy. He
situation.
might have turned and said, "Why not? You bleep and bleep and bleep bleeper and the bleep and your bleep, and I'll bleep you right up the bleeper. If your
Well, he
bleep and
could've-
bleep doesn't bleep, then I'm going to take your dog and I'm going to bleep him with your bleep, and I'm going to bleep you in
Yeah,
the bleep bleep with
could've.
the bleep and
He
the
could
bleep
have said
bleep."
all that.
He could have
Yeah,
said it very
he could have said
calmly,
all
but I just wasn't getting that. Baker Skokie Hen says maybe he turned and says, "The hell, Angel Hernandez."
Also, there it
But
is.
that, yeah, I mean, that could be the thing too. Yeah, I mean, he could have said that.
Diamondback W.
Yay!
Down goes
Diamondbacks
Cruz.
win.
There we go.
Excellent. Hey, listen, that's not bad to be 3-3
500.
after playing 4 games against the Dodgers and 2 against the Padres there. I mean, again, temper your expectation, but
But
listen,
they're competitive.
How many years I've been saying this, Randy? Every time you see whether the Suns or the Diamondbacks or whoever, when you know that you're in kind of a season with not the best personnel, you just take every one of these games as its own story. You root for your team and you hope for the best and just be entertained by what you get to see. Don't get wrapped up in this schedule. Don't get wrapped up in the wins, loss columns. Just enjoy it for its own story. It's its own 3-hour movie. It's just enjoy the game. That's all.
I
so
wish
for
I
this,
could.
we'll enjoy the win.
I wish I could. I can't get Bally Sports on my phone. I can't get Bally Sports on my TV.
What are you
I can't
talking
get Bally
about?
Sports on my computer.
You
no,
have Major
because-
League Baseball network thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I
but they
could go
black
to-
out the
well,
local games.
Bastards.
The MLB.TV doesn't show the Diamondbacks games because I'm in Arizona. And Bally Sports, I can't get it on my computer because of the
It's not on the Yahoo?
cable,
The YouTube?
Well, I haven't looked at. Well, it's not on the YouTube. No, because the YouTube TV dropped the Major League Network, Major League Baseball Network.
Well, they dropped the
them.
Bally's. They don't have Bally's.
They don't have the Bally's. You can't get the Bally's on the YouTube.
How much does it
TV.
cost?
You can't buy it. It's not available on
No,
TV
Bally's.
provider.
How much you got to pay to watch the Bally's?
You can't get the Bally's on the YouTube TV, no matter if you have a subscription.
If you have a Fire Stick, you can get Bally's on there, right?
You cannot get Bally's on the Fire Stick. It will not play on the Fire Stick. It won't
You can't
play
get it on the-
whether you just buy the app or not. It will
So
not
the only
play.
way is DirecTV.
The only way to watch this is unless I please help me out, Fourth Dimension. I haven't been able. I watched a part of one game, and that was it. And that was because I was over at my son's house, and that was all. I have not seen a Diamondbacks game this spring training. A week before spring training, a Major League Baseball Network was canceled on YouTube TV, and I've been trying ever since to get Bally's
you
on my
should.
cell
Not like
TV.
you weren't going to be able to watch it on there anyway.
According to the Goog, be able to get Bally Sports Plus on Roku, Amazon, Android TV,
Amazon,
or in the Apple, Google Play stores.
There
or
you
on
go.
BallySports.com.
What I'm
Oh, yeah,
asking
I
is,
can get it,
how
but it
much
won't
does it
play.
cost?
It won't. I'm telling you guys, it won't play on Fire Stick. It
Well,
does not
I
play.
don't think it's
Amazon
going to play.
does.
If it's, I
If
have no idea.
Amazon
You can
has
get
it.
from. You can get it from the Amazon store, but it don't play on the Fire Stick. It does not play on the Fire Stick.
Randy, Amazon plays on my Fire Stick. And if you can get
Amazon
it through Amazon,
plays on the Fire
But
Stick.
he's not. He's saying the Bally
Bally's
Sports.
TV application does not work on Fire
Okay.
Stick. Does
Hold
not
on a
work
second,
on
Randy.
YouTube
Hold on.
TV.
Keon, where did you see where it said Amazon?
It's on help.ballysports.com.
Okay.
It's in that.
So, Randy, this might be what it is. I've noticed that with Amazon, I was going to get Paramount Plus, right? And I got it through Amazon. And then that's where I watch it. But when I've tried to log into Paramount Plus outside of Amazon, it doesn't work. So this might be a thing where if you get it through Amazon, it ends up being something you click on in Amazon like I have to do for Paramount Plus. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I don't know.
I will go there when I get off the air tonight, and I will try again this Bally's through the Amazon app. Or through Amazon itself. And I will see if I can get it, and I'll bring you a report tomorrow. I thought I covered all my bases, but apparently there's another way, and I hope this works.
Big George says the Bally Sports Plus app that you can pay $19.90 a month for does not have in-market streaming of Diamondback games. I don't know what's the point of that. He says only Suns and Coyotes. There is no way to stream Diamondback games in the market.
Thank you, Big George.
Baker's Cocky Hen says you can only get Bally Sports if you work out at their gym. I don't think that's true. King Kitten says, read my texts above. Okay. Valley Sports is $19.99 a month or so, something like that. I don't know what a Fire Stick is. Damn it, gentlemen. I want to come in studio to talk about sports streaming. Valley's available with Cox. I got Cox, and it's on my phone. Well, here's the thing. Randy is a pioneer. Not because he's very old and was around when the wagon trains were going through,
but that too,
right?
Yes.
But because he cut the cord, and he's been living off of the YouTube TV for quite some time. Something I'm like right on the verge of doing, and so this has been a struggle for him to try to figure out where to watch the Diamondbacks. So Big George says, "Here's where you do it: sports.yahoo.com/Arizona Diamondbacks." I don't know. What am I? Is this a thing that helps, or is it just a story about where people are pissed? Because that's what it kind of seems. Is Arizona Diamondback fans fuming? Okay, well, that's not helpful unless you've got a solution. King Kitten says if you have Cox or DirecTV, you can just plug it into your phone. Well, he's not trying to watch on his phone. He's trying to watch on his TV without Cox, without DirecTV. And it seems like that you may not have any options on this if you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Waldo says, what the bleep? Bleepity bleep bleep in the bleep bleep? Bleep bleep bleep?
Yep.
You're bleeping right.
Bleepity bleeping. Yeah.
Berg says, Diamondbacks won. Take that, Big George. Ralph from Harmon Solar says, Keon, you keep saying ASU is a football school. If that were true, wouldn't they have a good football team? You bastard.
Well, they hired the wrong guy last time, so we'll see. We'll give Kenny Dillingham a shot at rebuilding things.
He says, in Big George, I support you. When you pull for teams that consistently underperform, you just want to see some change. Ralph, I'm all for change. If the change is needed for those reasons, but I don't want to see change forced upon or come about because somebody gets accused of something that's not true. I want the truth to come out. And right now, both sides, McDonough and the Cardinals, are saying a lot of crap at each other. I'd like to see the dust settle and see what's true and what's not true. Then we can start hashtagging. Lost Toby says, told you to bet the house, but also be fair, mine was a Lego house. See, you should have really said that. You should have cleared that up.
Should have led with that, man.
Yeah, but he looks like he on his 6-leg parlay, he just showed me he won $397 on 20. Not bad. Not bad, Lost Toby. Well done. Big George says Bally Sports currently has the rights to stream. Hold on, my screen moved here. Let's see. Detroit Tigers. Don't tell me stuff that I don't care about. I got to go through this entire paragraph to see that they says, but not other Major League Baseball teams, including the Diamondbacks. Diamondback games can be seen in the Phoenix area through Cox, DirecTV, Fubo, and DirecTV. What's this Fubo crap? Do you know what Fubo is?
It's like
another streaming service.
Sounds like some acronym they told you in the Navy for when things went wrong.
But it's free.
Fubo.
So it's free?
Yeah.
Get the Fubo, Randy. Get the Fubo. See if you can watch it on there.
That. Yeah, I'll have to look at that.
I think.
Hefty Lefty says Cox is also on a 12-second delay or more with live sports. It's infuriating when the ESPN app updates before it happens on cable TV. I've told you guys, remember all those years ago when the Horse Killer was on the show and we were talking about, we're going to move everything to streaming. And didn't I say that the lag time is you're going to get notifications and stuff before you see it? I told you people this. I also bristle against something that had been said in the past by the Horse Killer. And it was something that really made me think of San Diego versus UConn. And you guys, listen, it wasn't great to see UConn bleep stomp San Diego, but San Diego to go through this entire tournament to get here, the Cinderella story, I support and I enjoy. I like that. Other people who will remain nameless, have made comments like, "That's bad for the game." Oh my God, when there's a Cinderella story blowout of a number 1, 2, or 3 team, oh, it ruins the tournament. Oh, nobody's going to watch. It's horrible for the team. It's horrible for the sport. Blah, 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 blah. I disagree. I think what we just saw was worth it. A Cinderella story, sure. San Diego State Aztecs, not a huge market. UConn, okay, that's a one of your blue blood schools. But, seeing the underdogs go very, very far and just a smaller school be very, very good, I feel like that's good for the sport. Don't you, Keon?
It is, because we call it March Madness for a reason. The championship game is great and it's huge and it matters, but the whole journey is what counts from round 1 all the way to the final. And San Diego State played good basketball. They were able to adjust to what other teams were trying to do. And they were overlooked every step of the way. And I think hats off to them. And by the way, the reason why I think this is even greater for the sport is that San Diego State now has something to jump off of. Now they've got a lot of national recognition. Now when they go to recruit, they'll be able to get some better players. They're not going to be quite the Cinderella story if they continue to build on what they've done here. And I don't see how that's a bad thing at all. Them, FAU, and some of these other schools that surprised us.
But remember, Randy, when we had to hear all the time, anytime there was an upset, oh, this is horrible for the sport. Oh, this is horrible for the tournament. Oh, this just ruins everything. No, I think somebody's just mad because they had yet another bad beat. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Grand slams, no hitters, double plays, they're all back, and there's no better place to get in on the MLB action than on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers can step up to the plate with a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just go to FanDuel.com/Randy1580 and sign up. Then place your first bet. Get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you don't win. That's FanDuel.com/Randy1580 to sign up. Don't miss your chance to get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000 when you join FanDuel today. Just go to FanDuel.com/Randy1580 and sign up. FanDuel, official partner of Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. You must be 21 or older, present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342.
In business, everything your employees do impacts your brand, including what they wear. Cintas has high-performance workplace apparel for almost every job imaginable. From work shirts and pants to polos and khakis to Oxfords or T-shirts, these clothes move, breathe, and look great. Your team gets the styles they like. You convey the image you want. And Cintas service includes weekly laundry and delivery. To learn more, visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Your home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender of 1580 99.3. The Fanatic, Jeffrey, stuck in the bathroom.
I was not in the bathroom.
Probably dropping a big deuce in there.
I wasn't deucing.
Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a deuce. during our live radio show. We continue towards 6 o'clock tonight. Jeffrey hovering around the microphone now.
I just assumed that the salespeople had sold so much I could take an extra minute, but I guess I was wrong again.
Everything come out right there?
What?
Everything come out all right?
Yeah, it's fine. I just stepped out there. I was talking to my wife. I think I'm allowed to talk to my wife. Today is our 7th anniversary. We've been married for 7 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
good for you guys.
She didn't appreciate at the ceremony when I said, I'll give it 6 months. But we've made it 7 years.
Well, that's in spite of yourself. That's wonderful. Congratulations to you and Alex.
I'm allowed to take a damn minute. At least
absolutely you are.
Get so drunk I couldn't do a show yesterday.
Well, the portal thing was real.
You bust my nuts on that, my friend.
I know nobody. Keon, was I chapping his hide? Was I chapping his hide?
Not at all.
No, of course not. I was trying to cover for you. I just didn't know where I was going to go next.
I'm trying to help you stream the Diamondbacks to your TV, and I got to do is bust my nuggets for stepping away from the microphone for 3 seconds.
I've been doing some research here. I'd have to go the $84.99 model because that includes the Golf Channel, which I love the Golf Channel. And
excuse me, $84.99 model of channel for what?
A month. That gives you their what they call elite package.
YouTube
and that no, this is
I don't know
Fubo.
what you're talking about. Fubo. Okay.
Fubo.
Yeah. So you'd have to leave YouTube TV and move to Fubo.
I'm ready to leave YouTube TV anyway. The bastards dropping baseball a week before they thought they were going to stop the public from getting Major League Baseball. Please.
You sound like Bruce.
Child,
today.
Please.
I'm kidding. I just threw that out there because I saw that text again.
Really hurts.
From the Big T. Hefty Lefty says, I'm not streaming, though this is normal cable TV that is behind streaming services. Huh? I looked into it, and Cox changed their signal a little over a year ago, and it causes up to a 30-second delay in some areas because the signal has to be compressed or something. If I was really into sports betting, I'd be livid because you can't actually watch live sports. Cox has come out and said they aren't going to change anything either. Well, if I had to have that, I would change over to DirecTV. I feel like that's
here's the thing. The cable companies, the streaming companies, all of these media outlet companies think they've got the American public by the short and curlies. Let me tell you what. The American public is not going to be pushed around by big cable any longer. They're not going to be pushed around by big cell phone anymore. They're not going to be pushed around by these TV outlets. Peacock Network, I pluck your ass feathers right now. I'll pluck your ass feathers and throw them all over the street right now. Peacock Network, you're not going to charge me ESPN Plus. What do you think? You're going to put ESPN behind the paywall and make a bunch of... I hope you go bankrupt with your stupid identity and your dumb, stupid branding. Give me a break. If I want sports, I'll pay the damn ticket and I'll go to the games. What do you think about that? Big cable TV? What do you think about that? Big streaming services? I curse all of you. You all can go straight into the dumpster.
Okay. Well, that was a wonderful speech. But I hope you don't mind if I point a few things out.
The Band of Brothers song.
First of all, if you just go to the game, that's going to cost you. One game will cost you more than a month of whatever it is you have to pay to be able to see the game.
Well,
so that's probably not the best financial model.
I'll just read it in the next day's newspaper then.
And second, if you want to watch the game, you're going to get pushed around by whoever controls the video.
Maybe I'll just read books from now on. I'll become a bookworm. What do you think of that?
I don't believe you've read a book in the last 30 years.
I've started at least 100 books.
Just like LeBron.
It's like it was the worst of times. It was the best. Oh, screw this. There you go.
I'm not gonna lie. We had to read that in high school, and I literally fell asleep right after that paragraph.
I started this book. That's one example. I started this book.
You didn't start it. You did the same thing I did at the sports betting book.
Dog-eared. Here it is right there. It's dog-eared. See that?
See, it means you folded it right there because
that means I got to chapter 3. Damn it! I started
killed
this
a
book.
bug in it. Yeah, no, I'm not believing you. Anyway,
I started the biography of Neil Armstrong. I got to chapter 2 on that one.
You're like, when are you getting to the moon already? So here's the thing. Unfortunately, if your focus is seeing the Diamondbacks without Cox Cable or DirecTV, it's going to cost you a bit. For me, my whole point is I just want to watch the NFL Sunday Ticket, so I am going to move off DirecTV and go ahead and watch YouTube TV. And they just did up their price from $64 to $72, but I'll still be saving money, and that's all right because I do like watching. Like I watched a Diamondback game the other day on DirecTV, but my focus is more on the football. I'd rather sacrifice one for the other. You're going to sacrifice seeing the NFL Sunday Ticket if you jump off the YouTube TV. Although I have heard you can do that a la carte.
I don't care about the Sunday Ticket.
Are you sure you're American?
Me. Yeah. Oh no, I'm American.
I mean, I know you were born down there in Tucson, which we are not sure if that actually is America. We are not sure.
I was born because my father was in the United States Air Force, and I'm
you were born on an Air Force base, so that doesn't count. So. You were not born in Tucson. You were born on American soil, which was the Air Force base.
Jack. That's right. And then
I salute you and your dad.
1969. My dad's dead, by the way, and so's my mom.
Right. True. Not relevant. The fact is. I don't consider you born in Tucson, and it makes me feel better knowing you were born on a base. You were born on sovereign United States territory, not that horrible ground of Tucson.
Between the second and third floor. I was born in a gurney between floors.
There should be a plaque somewhere in there. I don't know.
You would say so. You would think so.
Where were we? Oh, let me just get these texts out of the way here. ProDog says Fubo is similar to YouTube TV and Sling. It's not free. I pay about $75 a month.
Yeah. See, I'd have to pay almost $90. Now I'm looking at the choice package here from DirecTV. That's $90. Either way, I'm going to pay $90, aren't I?
Probably. I don't know. 888-368-1580. Big George says, Jeffrey, congratulations on your 7-year wedding anniversary. You are a model of marital bliss that I hope to follow with my marriage. Yeah. Well, I didn't knock her up, so I don't know. I mean, you've already blown the model, my friend. Straight Striper says, please never say Randy's busting your nuts again. The proper term is breaking your balls. There is a big difference between the two.
Chapping your hide.
I didn't say busting my nuts. I said nuggets. I said something else. Did I say nuts? I don't know. You get the idea, Straight Striper. And if you have other ideas about what that is, that's on you, pal. Baker's Cocky Him says T-Mobile Major League Baseball app is actually nice, but hard to watch while listening to you guys. Well, I think there's choices that do need to be made. And right now it seems you've made the right choice. Let's see. Fish Tank says, Jeffrey, you got mail. Looking forward to hearing it the next time Ralph is on. Oh, he gave us the Shut the Hell Up Ralph edition of the Burn in Hell Lakers song. Randy, I'm going to forward that to you right now.
All right.
And then we'll play that after the next break.
Now, this is amazing here. Now, the DirecTV stream is interesting.
The price on that's not as bad, isn't it?
I can play that. Well, it's still $90. Either way, I'm going to have to pay $90. Yeah.
I guess you just have to say, okay, my focus is the Diamondbacks. Okay, there's that box. What else comes with it if I go to that provider, that provider? You just make a decision based on that, and then whether or not you want to shell out $90 for it.
Well, that's the thing. I got to have the Golf Channel. I got to stay in touch with that. I got to have the racing. I got to stay in touch with that. I mean, I'm going to have to do some serious soul searching here. I'm not going to be pushed around by big TV anymore.
You are. Somebody's pushing everybody around, and we're all paying for it.
I'm going to get my boots on and kick some ass.
Well, just let us know and we'll record. Rico Suave says, what up, fellas? What up? Blissful Hayes says, how does Randy really feel about cable and streaming companies? Oh, don't start that.
I think you heard me. I think you heard me.
Lost Toby says, so Randy needs company when he streams. I don't know what you mean by that, but probably yes. Hookamati says, you don't need to read. There's books on tape or MP3s. Now, you know what? I'm actually reading a book right now that my son wrote, my grown-up son, and it's a big one. It's like 350 pages, and I'm about halfway through that. And I've learned, I did try to do the thing where on the file, it just does like audio, like, so I can listen to it. And it sounded like this. And then you lost all of the soul of what was written.
You've got, when you get a book on audiobook, it really does have to be read by a human being.
Right. No, I get that. I'm just saying. And then I tried to read it on my phone. Too small. I don't know how people read any kind of a book on your phone.
Can't you turn it
Kindle,
sideways?
Yeah, but then I don't like that. And then if I had like a Kindle or a big a pad, that might work out. Then I was just like, no, I'll just read it on the damn laptop. My point is, maybe just having the book in your hand is the way to go. Paper.
Old like school. To have a book in my hands, among other things.
And it has that smell, that book smell.
Yeah.
You don't get that from a laptop. No. Flappy Max says, watch them all with Cox. You can hook up all the TVs you want, depending on how many folks we have over at the time. Please don't ask me what I pay. Cut that cord, Randy. Cut it. We love the Red Zone also, he says. I was very confused by what he had to say.
I tune in. I don't know. I'm old school. I can't watch like 30. So that's why Miss Kim cannot take me to a sports bar, especially if it has a bunch of TVs, because what happens is instantly I lose concentration.
Squirrel.
I think I black out, and I'm watching every TV in the play. Like if you take me to a sports bar and there's like 300 TVs, hi, we're going to, ABC Sports Bar. It's got 300 TVs. You won't even be able to talk to me for the rest of the night, because I'm just everywhere. I'm everywhere looking at all the screens.
Kiss the Cook says, what? I missed it. Cardinals are up for sale. No, they're not. Who told you that? He says, bring back the Wranglers.
Okay.
That was Bidwell's, the new Jack Horner. King Kitten says, I pay the cheap plan, $30 a month for internet, and I can stream TBS, TNT, ESPN 1 and 2. Everything else basic is on my phone or device, but I don't know how to stream it there. Google free Alice in Wonderland books. Yeah, there are some free books you can just look, but that's not.
Why would I want to read Alice in Wonderland?
Because it's in the public domain and you don't have to pay for it. That's the only reason.
Choro says, was Arizona a state or a territory when Randy was born? No, it doesn't matter. Tucson has never been accepted as part of the United States.
That's a true statement. Yep.
There was kind of like the Philippines is not part of the United States, but we have a base there. So there's a treaty between the United States and the IC of Tucson that Davis-Monthan Air Force Base is right there. But trust me, there have been some tense moments, and a lot of times they're like, we got to get away from these crackheads. And they have thought, we got to close this crap down and get out of here. But America is strong and resilient, and they can stand up to the nasty meth heads. No, I'm almost done. The nasty meth heads of Tucson. So God bless America, and God bless Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, and up yours, Tucson. What I love is that now that our signal is back to normal, they could probably hear me.
Hey,
they don't know English though. Mr. Wilbur says, I don't know what sort of backwoods kind of talk thing. I don't get them. Bing dang about our baby. Bing dang welcome Tucson.
The hell is going on?
That's Tucson lingo right there. Mr. Wilbur says, Randy, I never knew that wonderful information about you being born in Tucson. Did you go to elementary school down there?
No.
Dear God. Obviously, he completes the sentence. He didn't.
No.
Big George says, Randy, my wife and I had to bite the bullet and sign up for Spectrum Cable in order to watch the Padres games here locally. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's totally worth it. Plus, Major League Baseball extra innings, I get to watch all the Diamondback games.
How do you get
extra for you, innings? George? How's it helping anybody here?
See, if I go Fubo, I get extra. I get to pay the extra. That's so nice. It starts out at 84 now, so $85, and you add another $8. So that's now your $93. I get the MLB TV. And that's about all that gives me. That extra $7 gives me. So, but it also gives me Pac-12 Arizona. See, I don't get that on the
YouTube,
on
the
DirecTV because
stream.
The people behind the Pac-12 don't know what they're doing. King of Kitten says, side note, Keon picks up on the message. Was it about the Alice in Wonderland thing? Was there some inside joke we didn't get?
Is that,
I mean, it wasn't a joke.
Illegal,
it was just, no, it's just
because it's public domain.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, we all got that.
Yeah.
King Kittens is What are you drinking tonight, man? 888-368-1580. Big George says, Jeffrey's right. The Gadsden purchase. Oh, here goes. Here goes some history.
I thought this was going to come from historian, but let's go.
The Gadsden purchase, which includes Tucson, was recently found to be unconstitutional purchase from Mexico. So everything south of the Gila River is now part of Mexico. So good riddance, Tucson.
Yeah.
He does have some historical accuracy on that. Ralph from Harmon Solar says, if you get the little black box, you get everything. Okay, Ralph, you need to send me an email and links, and I will share with Randy that little black box concept. I might actually be ready for that myself, as long as it's legal. Might be legal. I'm pretty sure it's legal. Is it legal? I don't know. Till somebody says it's not. Anyway,
how much? What does this cost me?
A couple $100.
All right. One time, just a one-time thing, or
just one. All right. I mean, not sure about it. I want to make sure it's legal. But, Finding Wampa says, okay, now what's great about a sports with 100 TVs? I think it's sports bar. When you're not paying attention to one and you suddenly look up and see a touchdown scored and you scream touchdown, only realize that was a replay and that happened like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I guess that is a danger.
That's happened to me and Jeffrey one day was calling the Diamondbacks game. It was a replay.
we were on the air. We were in studio. I looked over like, oh my God, the Diamondbacks are winning. And they're like, because before I got my glasses, I couldn't see replay underneath the thing. So I'm on air going, hey, everybody, good news. They're like, what, are they playing right now? I thought they're not even playing right now.
Yeah, bro, that's a replay.
That's on me. Kiss the Cook says the best thing about the transfer portal is it's starting to level the playing field. Every college now has the access to a big player and potential to turn that program around. Yeah, but I mean, it's also a choice, right? I mean, doesn't mean that some small school is going to get that guy.
It doesn't, but I think there's a lot of talent in basketball. So even though you're not going to get the big name guys, there's going to be guys that go to Duke. There's going to be guys that go to North Carolina, guys that go to UCLA, can't crack the rotation there. And then a school that gets a player that they otherwise might not have gotten because the guy's disgruntled and he goes to a smaller school. I mean, you look at Baylor. Baylor was not a basketball school for the longest time. Baylor's really damn good now, and they built it up through the transfer portal.
Randy's Chuckle says, great. Oh, man, if Gadsden purchase is unconstitutional, that means I, too, was born in Mexico. Come on, Randy's Chuckle. You know we don't speak Spanish. 888-368-1580. Fish Tank says, I just recently read The Hobbit for the first time. I was so proud of myself until I learned it was like 6th grade reading level. Yeah, don't get too bent about that. At least you read a book, At least you read a book. That's all that matters. It's good to read. It's good to read. And my son's book is good, man. That thing, I'm reading that. I'm like, man, this is a movie, maybe a couple of movies. This could be a TV show. And I actually sent him a text saying, hey, maybe I could write the screenplay for something. And he's like, the publisher will take care of that. Oh, man. Okay. It's like, all right. Okay.
Dad, just back off, will you?
Will you sign a Hello? It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Do you want to know what's trending now? You can defer payments of a full NetSuite implementation for 6 months. No payments and no interest for 6 months. This is a big deal. NetSuite by Oracle has never made an offer like this in its 22 years as the leading cloud financial system. 33,000 companies have already upgraded to NetSuite, gaining visibility and control over their financials, inventory, HR, e-commerce, and more. Everything they need to reduce manual processes, boost efficiency, build forecasts, and increase productivity across every department. In fact, almost 90% of finance leaders agree that NetSuite helps them reduce manual data entry time. Whether your business generates millions or hundreds of millions of dollars, take advantage of this special financing offer of no payments or interest for 6 months at netsuite.com/radar. That's netsuite.com/radar. netsuite.com/radar.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. As we watch the Diamondbacks start of the season, we question what team we have on our hands. The Suns are almost playoff bound, and we continue to get ready for the playoff run and watch the team's chemistry. Coyote season is wrapping up. We'll get you ready for the NHL playoffs and so much more. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 1580 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
This is Joan, enjoying some me time up on the rim. This is Simon and his friends paddling the Salt River. And this is Brad. Brad is, well, no one knows where Brad is. What they all have in common is that they went to azmbdnow.gov to quickly and easily renew their registration or 30 other services. So go to azmbdnow.gov and get more time to enjoy all the things you love.
Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
1580, The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. A mouthful of peanut M&Ms there. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just like not guessing break times well enough. And peanut M&Ms, that's good stuff. What are we talking about, man? It's all been scattered, smothered, and covered for a Tuesday. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I still have piles for both baseball and other things. So let's just take it in the order I've got. I don't know if you heard about this. The Angels third baseman Anthony Rendon. Did he play for the Diamondbacks one time?
No, but he played for the Nationals, Washington Nationals.
Oh, that's probably where I heard his name.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rendon. He was walking out he was walking out the tunnel there, the first base dugout, and into the tunnel. And somebody said something to him he didn't like. He grabbed him by the shirt, like, "Hey, buddy," like that. And that was about the end of it. Later, he said, "Well, the fan called me a bish," and then took a swipe that missed his head before walking away.
Yeah,
I don't know who took the swipe. Was it the fan or was it Rendon?
I think it was.
So he was like, like that. The guy was
Rendon. Yeah, the report I read said he leaned over the railing and tried to swipe the guy.
Well, he says that he talked to the guy on the phone. They both apologized, and then now so he called him this gentleman. I'm not calling anybody a gentleman that calls me a bish. Anyway, so I kind of feel like he should not be suspended. You know, I don't think he should be suspended because why is it the fans can say anything they want with absolutely no response, right? You know, the fans can call you every name in the book, do whatever they want. And you can't finally just have enough and just be like, "Hey, buddy," you know. I don't know. I feel like again, Mike Tyson is right. A lot of people have gotten way too comfortable saying whatever they want and then forgetting they're not behind a keyboard.
You're 100% correct, Jeffrey. And I think the appropriate thing for Rendon to do there is get security, lead him right to the guy. This guy right here. We need to throw him out. He needs to be out.
Sometimes in the moment you're like, "Say what?"
No, I get it. I get it. As a man, you want to go and deal with this situation on your own. I get that. But as a professional athlete, since you're going to have to pay a hefty fine, and in this case, it hurts your ball club because you're going to be out 5 games, just go get a security guard, have the guy removed,
or better yell, "Hey, I got 245 million reasons to not even bother caring what you think."
Exactly. Yeah, the problem is who's the B now? I'm Rich and you are I'm Rich. I'm sorry. Who?
Anyway, so yeah, I'm sorry. 4-game suspension for grabbing a guy who's saying, "Hey, what'd you call me?" Yeah. Oh, by the way, he didn't say bish. I'm saying it so I don't say bitch over and over again. And Heavy Metal Maniac says maybe the guy was just trying to call him bishop. And he has to learn to control his emotions a little bit better. Fans are going to be jerks. Some of them are going to be drunk. Some of them stoned. Yeah, he called him biatch, is what I was really meaning to say, Heavy Metal Maniac.
Some of them are going to be drunk and stoned, but that doesn't. You're a person. If you know you're the kind of person that when you drink, you're just going to start calling people, every other name in the book, then guess what? Maybe you need to drink a little less. Like
how long has Rendon been in the league? Right, 8 years maybe.
Oh, he's at least 8
10?
years.
Yeah, he's been around a while.
This is taking him 10 years to get fed up to this point. That's kind of what I look at. See, 10 years of him taking abuse from people, and then he's like, okay, because I know Heavy Metal Maniacs. He sells beer at the Cardinals games, at the Diamondback games, at the Suns game. So he has probably seen quite a bit, probably heard every single word in the bad English language. He has seen fans do and say things they shouldn't. Absolute just chaos out there. It's all over the place. But I don't know that I can look at Rendon and say, hey, 4-game suspension because you grabbed a guy. Well, at least he didn't hurt the guy. At least he was like, hey, remember the old days when you could just slap the crap out of somebody? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Maybe you should have just slapped him like that. Just how dare you, son?
Or he should have just, like I said, just ignored him, counted his $100 million and gone about his business.
Bitch, your mother's a bitch, and then walk off. You have to say it dainty like that. Bitch, your mother's a bitch,
and I hope
so your auntie.
And I hope he was wearing his gloves, because then at that point you take your hand and one finger at a time, obviously, and then you slap him with the gloves and you go about your way.
Both ways.
I do say so. And you just continue riding on.
I like that idea.
Don't interact with the fan base. Get security to do it. Bring it to the attention of the stadium people, and utilize your power that way. Don't get involved with a stupid fan base.
Yeah, and you're right. And he'll say 100 times you're right. But when you're in that moment,
yes, you're right. Yes,
and you're just like, click, 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 click. It's happening.
Yeah.
Pow.
Yeah. You are 100. And then where's his teammates? I saw Ohtani look at him and look back at the guy and just keep walking. Where's the teammates? Come on, it ain't worth it. Come on, let's go. This guy's nothing. He had to pay to get in here. You got paid to be here.
Ohtani looked back and just kept walking. I would have looked back and said, Randy, let me get you. I would have helped you out of there.
Well, that's what I mean. Where was Ohtani? Where was Trout? Where was somebody walking by him that's one of the teammates
also
to pull him out of that situation?
Ohtani would need a translator so he would know that guy just called his friend a bitch.
Okay, bad example.
So there's probably what's going on over here? Oh, I better get out of here.
Yeah,
point is, where is his teammates?
You just make sure that you're the teammate that helps to de-escalate the situation, and you're not Steven Jackson and Ron Artest giving the people at the Palace, the business. That's
the malice at the Palace.
Yeah, I mean, a guy sitting there throwing stuff at Ron Artest, and Steven Jackson's like, "Yeah, I'll help you out. I'll help you kick his ass." Like that. Don't do that. You can't go there. But yeah, you gotta look out for your guy, because in the moment you might have a cooler head than your teammate will.
I don't know. I'm Irish. I don't think you're going. I will not have a cooler head. I'll be diving into a situation and like, we're all getting suspended. Wow!
I of the flash anger. I'm not one to talk. I'm just saying, just
as I dive over to help Randy, I yell, Carson Wentz! And he's like, I don't know who to be angry at.
He's just gonna have 3 people beating him up. Yeah.
He said Carson Wentz. This guy did, not me. Anyway, so all right, Rendon is going to appeal. Like I said, we'll see what happens.
As he should. Yeah.
Heavy Metal Maniac says, I remember a fan one time yelled out, "Hey ref, get off your knees! You're blowing the game." Most fans in general are pretty cool. I haven't really had too many jerks say anything mean to me for the beer prices or anything.
Oh, that's amazing.
You're blowing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's an oldie but a goodie right there.
Fish Tank says, I ain't saying swinging at the dude is the right thing to do, but the game was over, so throwing him out wasn't going to get him any retribution there.
No, I understand that, but bring this guy to attention of the stadium. Bring this guy to the attention of the authorities.
Oh, by the way, speaking of banned, the Dodgers have banned the guy who did the proposal for 1 year. He's banned from the stadium for a year.
I understand it was a security risk, but isn't that a bit heavy-handed here?
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. He can watch the games at home. A year later, he can go to the game. The Dodgers reportedly said the real punishment is he has to get married now. So,
well, I think the real punishment is that he got obliterated by the security guard.
He actually went to the hospital the next day, and not like he was trying to sue them. He actually was hurt. He was hurting.
Oh, yeah.
And his girlfriend took him in, and they said, yeah, it turns out just some bruising. That's all. So,
just a full form tackle. I would be surprised if he wasn't hurt.
Did you see the post from her? She put up her ring to the camera. I'm just like, squinting. Like, wow. No wonder he had to do that, because that diamond, you needed to do anything to distract away from how small the diamond was. And that metal design, it was all swirled around to try to distract you from how small the diamond was. It was like a chip off of a real diamond. And so, yeah, of course you had to do something to get her to say yes to that very, very small diamond.
Just
there was no blood from any South Africans from that diamond. That is how small it was. Not even a drop of sweat from that diamond.
Not to go back to the Rendon thing, but I just checked because I wanted to make sure they were playing the A's, and you just said, aren't you an A's fan? Like, that should end it right there, because Charles Barkley was talking one time about a time that he was here in Phoenix and they were playing the Wizards, and there was a Wizards fan heckling him. And he was actually pretty good. The guy was really clever and it was funny and they were all laughing. And then he just turned around and went, aren't you a Wizards fan? And that just ended it. Like, the team you came here to watch isn't even good. What are you talking about? And then you just go on. Yeah. Just be done.
There's always a troll. There's always somebody. There's always a Donnie out there who just wants to start crap. By the way, did I see Donnie on Twitter? Donnie was in New York City flipping off Donald Trump as he went into his court appointment or whatever. I don't know. There's a parking ticket. I don't know what happened today. I just saw that he was in court. Anyway, so Donald Trump was, I think, paying a parking ticket. Donnie was out full fingers on him from the side there. I was like, wow. I even said, wouldn't them fingers be better used aiming towards the Yankees? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what if I'm going to go to New York.
If you're a Twins fan, yeah.
Which he was there to see the Yankees. I saw that picture that he posted too. So.
No, I think he was there to see the Twins play the Yankees. Well, I think,
yeah,
but
not just to see the Yankees, but
I would
presumably to give the bird to the Yankees while you're there.
If I had to go to Yankee Stadium, I not only would give full fingers, I would also tape down my toes so I had middle finger toes, and my shoes be off, my feet I'd be like doing the whole thing like that. Four middles from Jeffrey O'Brien for the Yankees. That's what I would do.
Wow.
Just saying. 888-368-1580. Baker's Cocky Hen says some people know what buttons to push to get under a guy's skin. I think you throw something that hits a dude laying on it. Wait, what? I think you throw something that hits a dude laying down on his crotch. He has a right to leap into the stands and return the assault.
Oh, we're talking Ron Artest now. We're talking Meta World Peace. Yeah, no, he was laying out on the scorer's table, which, yeah, sure, he shouldn't have been doing it. But there was a guy up there, threw down a beer or something, hit him in his crotch region, and that was it. You lost Ron Artest. He was gone all the way up there to handle business. And Steven Jackson said, allow me.
Fair enough. Yeah, you hit me in the crotch, I'm going to be cranky. Lost Toby says 34 felony charges are a bit more than a parking ticket. Yeah, but watch him get out of this like it was a parking ticket. I have no faith in the legal system. Heavy Metal Maniacs, thank you for that. Big George says he's watching the Cincinnati Reds and Chicago Cubs game right now. The entire cast of SpongeBob SquarePants is at the game at the Great American Ballpark. Voice of SpongeBob has gotten old. He has a thick, long white beard and looks like a pervert. Okay. Perverted Santa Claus.
That is the SpongeBob voice, right? Yeah.
I guess. Kiss the Cook says, nothing wrong with Tucson, bro. You're mad because they've only had one losing season in 30 years. Tucson, we say habla everything. I don't know what he's talking about.
Cheers.
That's the problem when people are pro Tucson. Can't understand anything they say.
Is it because everybody sounds like Boomhauer?
That and just education is just not a priority down there, man. I don't know.
Keeping around this way of putting out names.
Oh, you're from Tucson. CK says, imagine if Donnie put as much effort into finding a job as he does in trolling.
Oh, no.
Dude, he ain't jobless if he's all traveling around. He's mad because he's traveling.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. We got one more hour of this nonsense coming up, and eventually we'll get to the football, I think. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation and irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, apixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Wendy's $3 breakfast deal is a bacon or sausage egg croissant plus small seasoned potatoes for $3. It's the breakfast that don't miss. So if you did miss Wendy's breakfast, don't imagine fresh cracked eggs, sizzling sausage, crispy bacon, and block out those hot, buttery, flaky croissants. Croissants don't really make a sound, but if they did, for a breakfast that don't miss, Wendy's is that breakfast. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Select a request $3 breakfast deal to obtain discount. Not valid for a la carte combo orders.
Golf's first major is a tradition unlike any other. And now you can bet on who you think will win at Augusta on FanDuel. Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum, and right now, all customers can get bonus bets back if your Augusta winner pick doesn't win but finishes in the top 10. There's no better time to get in on the action. The app is easy to use. There's so many different betting options, and when you win, you get paid instantly. So drive down Magnolia Lane and take a swing at betting the first major. Visit FanDuel.com/Steve1580 and get bonus bets back if your Augusta winner pick doesn't win but finishes in the top 10. That's FanDuel.com/Steve1580. 21 plus and present in Arizona. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $25 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
There's no doubt that Harmon Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for zero down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studio in Scottsdale. Miss Pink Eye says, good afternoon, everybody. Can Randy give a recap of the show? He says, I missed its first 2 hours. He could, except for he's not at his post. He gave me all that crap for kind of wandering back from a break a little late because I was giving a little smoochy to my wife on our 7th anniversary. And he's not even sitting there unless he is sitting there and his video's frozen.
I actually don't think so. I don't believe we have Randy White.
Randy, are you there? Yeah, he's not there. He's not there at all. He's not there. So anyway, Randy cannot give you a recap. And if you want a recap, go back later and listen to the podcast at 1580thefanatic.com. Kiss the Cook says Eliquis may cause paralysis. That's the inability to move, right? Today's show must be on Eliquis. Well, we have an ability to move. We're just not doing a good job of it. I mean, I am trying, man. I am trying. The Jet says, hey, Radio Paul, can you repeat the text number? Who is this Radio Paul you speak of? He's texting in. He's like, I keep forgetting the text number and then I can't text. I'm not even going to entertain that notion as you text me. All right. So let's talk about something I didn't want to talk about. I didn't want to talk about this. I didn't want to even think about this, but it's a thing that must be dealt with. Coyotes got their asses whipped last night. They got their asses whipped last night hardcore, 8-1. I'm sorry, Randy, by the Kraken. Yeah. It is the Kraken's 4th game this season with 8 goals. Plus, there's another game where they scored 9, and they just destroyed the Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah. Well, that's going to happen. The
Coyotes, my feelings.
Yeah. Well, it was just a night for the Kraken. I mean, they were really good. The Coyotes have been playing a lot lately, and they're in the midst of a losing streak of 8 games. And what can I say? I mean, the Coyotes are who we thought they were. And
Bonnie Wampa thought maybe you weren't here a minute ago because the transfer portal thing finally worked. No, he was just transfer portaling himself to the kitchen for some whiskey right there. The transfer portal, Randy has realized, does not work for him.
No. And I paid all that money too.
Yeah, well, you should have known better. Last night, I was really surprised at this. Certain places, when they win something, you're like, they're going to burn the town down. Yeah, L.A., Miami,
Detroit,
Prescott. There are certain places that will burn the damn town down, whether they win or lose. Oh, no. Don't even play with Prescott, Arizona, man.
No.
Yeah, remember they used to have that water fight every 4th of July. Yeah,
yeah.
They got out of control. Somebody actually, and I know, all kidding aside, got water in their eye, and they had to shut the whole thing down. It was too much. Anyway, what were we saying? Oh yeah. So I was actually Connecticut. UConn is Connecticut, right?
That is correct.
University of Connecticut. Yeah.
They trashed their own school last night. There's a big. Everybody was like, "Yay!" And next thing you know, some jackass is using a light pole as a battering ram, trying to get in the student union. What the hell, man? You're UConn. It's like if all of a sudden we had a TV show called Mormon Missionaries Gone Wild. All right, come on, man. What are you doing?
Unclear. How do you have 16 people go to the hospital on a night that your school wins the national championship in basketball?
And by the way, credit to whoever made that glass door. It took more than a few hits for that thing to finally start to buckle. I mean, that's some craftsmanship.
Wasn't it? It's like a security guard. It's like it's supposed to withstand bullets and stuff.
Well, the thing is about UConn and the student union, they didn't realize somebody then from the other side opened the door and says, "It was unlocked." Oh, okay, sorry.
You sure that was UConn?
I'm shocked. I am shocked that UConn would do something like that. But I mean, you get enough human beings together, if somebody's going to want to do some stupid crap, I guess.
Okay, celebrate. Toilet paper a tree. Have fun. Hoot and holler and blow horns and bang on light poles. But why you got to trash the joint?
Just don't get it.
When did that become a celebration? Hey, you know what? We won the World Series. Let's go down to downtown Phoenix and just beat the hell out of the convention center. All right, we're all going to do this. Yay!
Cars on fire and riots when the Diamondbacks won?
No.
I don't believe there were.
And when I lived in San Antonio, when they won, NBA championships, so many years ago.
A lot of years ago.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah, you know what? Quit bragging. Everywhere you've lived, they won. Okay, I get it. I get it.
That's not my team. I'm not bragging.
Thanks,
But
Keon.
nowhere that Keon is listed he's lived have I wanted to live.
But like they just throw down and have margaritas on the Riverwalk.
I just like how
no
the
one's
wheels
destroying
were turning
anything.
in Keon's head about me crapping over every place he's ever lived.
Oh no, I was
like,
just trying to get back to what I was saying.
Wait a minute.
I don't care if you've never wanted to live there. I've liked the places I've lived.
Bermuda, Bahamas, come on.
Keep it up, O'Brien. I'll
Singing
go
that
back.
Oh no, not to Chattanooga. I'll be. Here's fine.
Chattanooga sounds like a fun place just because their name.
Chattanooga Lookouts, man.
And it is a fun place to visit. I just like living here better.
Hey, let me ask you something about the Yukon.
Just wait, Keon.
The Yukon riot. You said 12 people went to the hospital. What were the injuries caused by for 12 people to go to the hospital? I mean, probably self-inflicted stupidity is what I'm guessing, falling off of bus stops or broken glass from stupid crap they did themselves, that kind of thing, or just being inside of a car that somebody turned over. I don't know. That I'd like to know about. Kiss the Cooks is Jeffrey and the wifey. Happy 7th anniversary. P.S. Wifey, hurry, hide the little blue pills before he gets off work. I have not yet needed any blue pills, but if I ever do need blue pills, I am not going to be ashamed to get them because, while I'm lucky enough that nothing like that's happened, if I need them, I'm getting them, man. I mean, I ain't gonna be embarrassed. I'm keeping my woman. And he, let's see, now he says, yeah, Yukon is now the ASU of the East.
What do you mean the ASU of the East?
Makes no sense. I don't think ASU's ever rioted.
ASU's never won a national championship.
Dude, but
at least in basketball.
That's not the point.
Yeah, I'm not.
They have in baseball.
I haven't found specific injuries, but it was actually 16 people hospitalized, 15 people arrested.
Jeez. Come on, man.
It's probably really
Come on,
boring.
man.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, that student wasn't wanting anything but free food. They don't lock the refrigerators and the cupboards in those commissaries on colleges. They only lock the front door. So once you're in, you're eating. Well, that's pretty garbage right there. I hope he gets arrested and goes on his permanent record. Big George says, Jeffrey, I guarantee you, if San Diego State won, 10 or 15 fans they have probably wouldn't have trashed that beautiful San Diego State campus. It's a good point. Trying to get 10 to 15 of them together at the same time takes a lot of coordination. Pro Dog says Kraken versus Bruins in the Stanley Cup Finals. Put money on that one.
Really? You think so?
Kraken are on a tear, man.
Kraken are 42 and 26. You think it's going to be Kraken? And what do you do with the Golden Knights? What do you do with the Wild?
Well, the Kraken are on a tear right now.
They might be
they've been on a tear
but
the entire year.
I mean, the Maple Leafs are right there. What about the Hurricanes? 49 and 18. Hurricanes are pretty damn good too. I know the Bruins are going to go 60 and 12. Watch the Bruins end up winning in the playoffs somewhere or losing in the playoffs somewhere.
The Jet says, we're not sure what would happen if Arizona won any type of title. It's never happened.
Well, that's not
we
true.
won a World Series.
Yeah. So
not
never. Take that from us. It's all we have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's all we have.
Yeah.
Lost Toby says the Sharks also scored 7 on the Yotes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, well.
Thank you.
Sharks did.
King Kitten says, hey, we'll get there fast, and then we'll take it slow. Don't Kokomo me. Don't you Kokomo me. Why are you Kokomoing me? Nobody's Kokomoed. Why even bring that up? Fighting Wampa says, don't be shocked, Jeffrey. The word con is in the name. Yukon. Yeah. Connecticut.
Well, there's at least 15 of them. So
Crackalacken says, go Kraken. They're in town on Monday, April 9th, I believe. That's my birthday. Oh, yeah. Are you a Kraken fan? Or is that just because your name is Crackalacken? Now it makes sense why he called himself Crack-a-Lackin'. He's a Kraken fan. Or are you just making that up? I need to know. 888-368-1580. All right, we're getting closer to being able to talk about football. Did you hear about Bob Knight? Bob Knight. First off, I didn't know he was still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is being powered right now by anger, vengeance, and pure spite, as he has been his entire life.
He passed away at 73. He just was too pissed.
He's too angry to die.
Yeah.
Too angry to actually die.
Yeah. So Bob Knight was released from the hospital. They say he's in good hands. I have no idea what the illness is. You just better hope it's not dementia of any kind, because that's a difficult patient right there. Bob Knight, if he had, he already had no control. If he's, what is the deal with Bob Knight? Does anybody know? What was his? He's 82, so there's one thing. You're just 82.
Yeah.
But what is he suffering from? Is he fighting something?
No,
is he sick of something?
Unknown. He's been ill for a little while.
He even back a couple of years ago, he was still hanging out at some of the practices there for IU. So I don't know. I don't know what his deal is, but I didn't know he was still alive. So.
No, Bob Knight is going to try to outlive God just to have the last word. I mean, that's the kind of human being that he is. He'll be around. I don't care how old Bob Knight is. When he finally dies, I will be surprised.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will still be shocked.
I hope the last thing he does is throw a chair at a nurse or something.
Just stay true to form.
So, okay, we're a couple days removed from the women's final game, where and I guess it was a big deal. I guess they got huge ratings, and I'm not even kidding. 9.9 million people watched that, which is a bigger audience than the average Thursday night football was last year. Now, granted, Thursday night football was a giant turd a lot of nights, but 9.9 million for gals basketball. The NCAA championship for ladies. Almost 10 damn million viewers. Does this really sort of usher in the era of women's basketball being watchable, good? I mean, is this? I mean, we all this hubbub was made about those two gals who are like doing things at each other, and then oh, that's disrespectful. Does this mean that women's basketball is starting to become a thing? You know what I mean? Like,
if you look at the ratings over the last 10 years, I think I saw somewhere that they were up 53% from where they were 10 years ago. It's been growing. The interest in the sport has been building. I think the skill level, like we kind of talked about yesterday, has been really high. It's been good. You have a lot of things going on too that are great. You've got coaches with a lot of personality there. Don Staley over at South Carolina, Kim Mulkey at LSU, and obviously Gino Auriemma at UConn's been there a jillion years, won a billion championships. And then you have a lot of things I think that the women's game is doing that we used to love about the men's game. The fact that we don't have one and done in women's college basketball means that there are teams you actually recognize when you go back and watch them next year. You don't really have that in the men's game because some of the best players in that sport go straight to the NBA after 1 year. I do think that there is something to a lot of that.
Well, that's great. I'm honestly, I think that's good news for women's sports. And although it was just about undone by that Craig Sager looking jacket that coach was wearing, what the hell was that?
That's what she's like.
Oh my God.
She wears things like that all the time. I mean, there was one, I think it was the Elite 8 game or the Final 4 game. She looked like a damn flamingo. I mean, she
about killed a guy.
Oh, that pink fluffy thing. Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see though how she about killed a guy? She came out onto the court and she was yelling at some, and the ref who was running back reached back and pushed her back off the court with her arm. You don't do that. You don't do that to a man. You don't do that to a woman. And she was like, "What?" She was about to kill that guy.
But she shouldn't have been on the court. And in fact,
true, but he should not have been put.
He
should have called a technical. He should have never touched her.
I don't think he was looking at her, but
he reached back and pushed her back off the court. He was aware of where she was enough to do that, and that guy should be punished.
She should have been thrown because that's what the rule is.
Throw her, but do not touch her. That was the thing. this ref thinks, oh, I can touch because it's a woman. You think he would have touched a man? I doubt it. I don't think you're going to see any video of a man is out on the court too much. The ref is just gone, technical and gone. And you should not have touched her.
No.
Because if she's brave enough to wear that jacket, she will kill you.
She needs to, but I think that that's taking away from some of the blame. She needs to be better. She can't be on the court. She's not supposed to be there. I know he should have tossed her. He actually did her a favor because the game was getting kind of close at that point. Yeah. If he tosses her, maybe LSU loses because it was at that point in the game where Iowa was starting to come back. Caitlin Clark was heating up. And I think if you're an Iowa fan, you're mad that she didn't get tossed because if it were anybody else, I think you might have been.
Well, I think
there was a lot of talk about officiating in that game.
Yeah, that third quarter was awful.
But I think he did a disservice. He did a disservice to women's sports by touching her and not tossing her, by thinking it's okay to just push a woman out of the way rather than to treat her like you would treat a man. You blow the whistle. You throw her if that's what it takes. You do what is in the rule books to do. You don't put your hands on her.
It's a combination of both things, but that was one of the things though, is he was wrong and she was wrong, but he shouldn't have done that. No.
888-368-1580. Tihua says the three amigos are back together. All right. So for the three amigos, which one am I? Which one is Randy? And which one is Keon? Of course, Keon can't even answer to this because he's never seen the movie.
I did just find it on Hulu, actually. So
if I'm the Steve Martin of this, then I think Randy, you get to be Martin Short. You get to be Ned, because
I'm Ned. I don't want to be Ned. I want to be Chevy.
You want Chevy? Chevy doesn't really have as many good lines. I'd rather be seriously if I had to choose. But all right, so you can be Chevy. I'll be Steve Martin, and Keon gets to be. Well, maybe Keon should be a different character. Because he hasn't watched the movie. Maybe we should make him somebody else, not one of the three amigos.
The Invisible Man.
Yeah. Or I was going to say Joe Mantegna played the studio boss, but he was angry. Sometimes Keon has flash anger and yells a lot. You could play that. But if we are the three amigos, we get to choose ours because Keon has not seen it yet. So I'll be Steve Martin. Randy gets to be Chevy Chase. You're Martin Short. Okay. And you know what? And just count yourself lucky that you're Martin Short.
Okay.
Because he's good in the movie. I'm just saying.
All right. I mean, I recently found it on the Hulu. I'll give it a watch.
You found it. Oh. Is there commercials?
I mean, yeah. It's Hulu, and I'm not paying for the premium one. So,
you can't find that anywhere else. Rude. Jeez. All right. Well, yeah, it's worth it. If you watch the commercials, we'll consider that punishment paid, I think. Kane Kenton says, actually, San Diego PD, San Diego Sheriffs, California Highway Patrol were on alert last night in San Diego. Well, you got to be on alert. You got to be ready for anything. Doesn't mean it's, likely to happen. Let's see. Crackalacken says, I'm from Seattle, so I'm a Kraken fan. I'm a Mariner fan. I'm a Seahawks fan.
We're sorry.
Good Lord.
For at least one of those
for being
things.
part of the show.
Tell you what, he's been having better seasons than you have lately. That's sad part.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Hefty Lefty says, I've seen male coaches get moved by refs in the exact same manner. I wish a player would have purposely run into her to get a technical. You mean because she's out on the floor? Well, if you run into the coach who's out on the floor, that wouldn't be on you at all. So you're trying to say to get her the technical.
There were players in the area where she was too. She really should not have been.
I saw how far she went out. Yeah, she was absolutely 100% wrong. Big George says, did my ears mistake me? Or did you say there's no show on Monday? No, there's a show Monday. We were wrong. I went back and I checked our employee handbook because here's what I've learned over the years. Anytime I ask Radio Ron, hey, are we working this out? He says it's in the employee handbook. So I went to the employee handbook and I realized we do not get Friday or Monday off. Also, we've been hosed out of 2 days off, President's Day and Martin Luther King Day. I think we all worked, not realizing that was a paid day off. I didn't see any kind of a memo.
When we came in on MLK Day, I was a little surprised.
I didn't know because I
don't
know
think
that was one of them.
I don't think we worked it last year. So I was when we came in this year, I was like, okay.
I think Radio Ron just kind of kept it quiet. He's like, NCAA tournament, I'll show these bastards. But if we'd have mentioned it, he'd have been like, all right, you got me. Okay. So I don't know. We're all going to have to pretend to be sick a couple days or something to get those back. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. The best way to start betting smarter is to sign up for a free VSiN subscription at vsin.com/subscribe. That's vsin.com/subscribe.
It's one of the closest MVP races in the NBA as Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic have been going back and forth on the betting board. Jokic is the two-time defending MVP. The Denver Nuggets star is plus 260 to win the honor, but the favorite is Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. He currently leads the NBA in scoring with a year-long battle with Dallas's Luka Doncic. Embiid is minus 200 to take home the MVP. A long shot, but not too long. Milwaukee's Giannis Antetokounmpo on top of the Eastern Conference. He's plus 550. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs.
It never dawned on me how much walking I used to do until I bought a house in the suburbs. Like when I'd say, I'm going for coffee, of course I was walking, but now it's like 3 miles and no latte is worth that. I find myself inviting people on walks with me like it's a scheduled activity. This morning, my neighbor asked me what I'm doing, and I actually said, I'm going for a walk with Nancy.
Anyway, when you save with Progressive by bundling your home and auto, that's the easy part of adjusting to the suburbs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company coverage provided in service by affiliates and third-party insurers.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Wendy's $3 breakfast deal is a bacon or sausage egg croissant plus small seasoned potatoes for $3. It's the breakfast that don't miss. So if you did miss Wendy's breakfast, don't imagine fresh cracked eggs, sizzling sausage, crispy bacon, and block out those hot, buttery, flaky croissants. Croissants don't really make a sound, but if they did, for a breakfast that don't miss, Wendy's is that breakfast. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Select a request $3 breakfast deal to obtain discount. Not valid for a la carte combo orders.
Do you know about 211 Arizona? It's a free service to connect you with resources anywhere in Arizona. Housing assistance and eviction prevention, transportation and ride services, healthcare benefits, food resources, and even utility bill support. Talk to a live operator in English or Spanish, 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Just dial 211 or visit 211arizona.org. Get connected, get answers, and get the help you need. This message is sponsored by 211 Arizona.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizona's new home for sports.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, well, I'm trying to move on here, but for some reason, Big George says, actually, I think you guys are the Three Caballeros. No, George, we're talking about the movie The Three Amigos. But he says, no, the Three Caballeros from Disney. Jeffrey is Donald Duck, Randy is Jose Caragoca, and the parrot is Keon Panchito Pistolas, the rooster. And he sends a poster. No, George, we're not. That's no. Stop. That's not what we're talking about. Listen. Before we move on to some other things, I got to take a moment and I don't know if this makes this guy man of the day, but this is more of a we've all been there. We've all been there, or have we?
Yes, we have. Yes,
I don't
we
know.
have.
Well, we might not have been there.
I mean, I'm older than you. I've been many places.
I don't think you've been here. Yeah, listen.
Okay.
So here's what happened. So this dad, he's a guy, and
I've been a dad. I've been a dad.
right?
You've been a dad. Okay.
And he was packing a lunchbox. We've all packed a lunchbox.
Yeah, done that.
And so he put the stuff in there, and here you go, kid. Get your ass to school there. And all of a sudden, he gets a call from the school. They're like, you got to come pick up your son. So he goes there. It turns out what happened.
I've been there. Yes.
Is he thought he had put a can of sparkling water in his son's lunchbox, but the can of the black liquid death sparkling water, which, by the way, why are you giving a kid a can of black liquid death sparkling water? Your child does not need carbonated water. Give him some water. Anyway, looked an awful lot like the black Guinness can that he had sitting there. So he reached in the fridge, grabbed the can of Guinness, put it in the lunch bag, sent his kid to school, and now is oh crap! It's not. He was the coolest kid at the lunchroom for about 3 minutes.
So the burning question needs to be: why does this guy have Guinness in the fridge?
No. The first question you have to ask is, who ratted this poor kid out? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's number one. Yeah, it's number one.
I don't know. Maybe it was in the fridge. Maybe it was on a shelf. I don't know where he keeps his Guinness. But the thing is, well, at first I'm like, okay, I can see how you'd make the mistake. They look kind of similar, right?
I've never seen the Black Death sparkling water.
It looks an awful lot like a beer can. But
right.
Here's the thing: why are you giving your kid a can of sparkling water? Why would you do that?
Look, he's just like, I want my kid to be pretentious, and
my kid to drink black liquid death. That's what I want.
So he gave him sparkling water. That's it's an easy formula.
Jeff Cody, did you ever do this when you got on lunch duty for the kids?
Yeah,
I used to do this all the time. If I was put on lunch duty, I was going to have a great breakfast because as I'm fixing, I would take a bite out of everyone. And I had 6 kids. I would take bites. I'd take some of their chips. I would take occasionally to just omit one of their desserts, a Twinkie or whatever it was.
You're teaching them about taxes.
Hell yeah.
That's it. And if they ask you about it, it's like, well, now you've learned how it is to pay taxes. And
I was well fed. Yeah.
Well, I never stole desserts out, but I would be sitting there and piece of ham would end up in my mouth. Sitting there making a thing. I'll keep this tapioca for me.
Yep.
I mean, I wasn't making 6 lunches though, so it wasn't as easy to get away with.
Oh, I did, man. Yeah. Worst day of my life is when they started asking me money for the cafeteria. Worst day of my damn life.
Yeah, I know. Well, then what? You got to get short them their money and just keep some money back. Here's your $1.75. Mom said $2. You shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Dad just made $1.50 off you kids.
Dad needs a beer after he sends you guys off to school.
That's right. If I take a quarter out of each one of your lunches, I got $1.50. Get out of here.
I can get a tall boy.
I am the government. So now I need to wonder about something. There might be actually a man card violation involved here. So this dude, Will Myers, it says in the story, Will Myers, who runs a popular TikTok account. What?
No.
What's a grown-ass man doing on TikTok? Isn't that it's like the website where they do the same dance or they sing along with something for 8 seconds?
Yeah, apparently there's more.
What's a grown-ass man doing on TikTok?
Because you can just talk about stuff. People go on TikTok and talk about politics or sports or whatever. Yeah,
I thought it was just dancing.
I thought so too.
TikTok was 100% dancing.
It's apparently not.
And creepers watching dancing.
No, there's plenty of that. Don't get me wrong, but that's just not all it is. You can.
And the Chinese aren't trying to steal secrets through TikTok. The Chinese are just horny. That's all that is. Everybody's like, "Oh, we got to ban
Is that what it
TikTok."
is?
I don't know if I want to ban TikTok. I don't know if I want a bazillion Chinese angry, horny men frustrated.
The thing is, there's definitely several horny, creepy Americans also on the TikTok. So,
creepy, horny Americans.
Yes.
So you mean Arkansas?
Listen,
look,
TikTok
Alabama too.
is the spank bank of communist China. That's what that is. We should shut it down. We got to shut it down.
But no, people go on TikTok and talk about all kinds of things. It's not just dance.
Wait. Are you on TikTok?
Because the girlfriend sent me
creepy pervert.
No, stop it. Stop it. The girlfriend sent me so many videos, things that I was just like, okay, instead of just me clicking on all these disparate links, I can just have the app and then I'll just watch whatever she sends.
By the way, your girlfriend, you taking her to prom?
No. We're 30.
I don't know. All right,
I think we'll be okay.
I think the TikTok thing we'll worry about later. Hey, you're talking about packing your kids' lunch there, Randy.
Yeah.
That craze that came out. I think it was that fellow with the weird dyed hair, the cook guy, the fat guy goes around and is like, "Hey, I like this diner. Oh, I like this drive-through."
Oh, you're talking about Guy Fieri.
Yeah,
that guy.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Captain Bowling shirt. Yeah, you're not fooling anyone, buddy. You're fat. Anyway, that guy, he came out.
He willingly admits that. Yeah, go ahead.
He's like, "Hey, here's a hamburger. Oh, put peanut butter on it." And we were like, "You madman." And then I tried it. Ooh, it was good. Remember Killer Burger? Oh, the peanut butter and bacon burger.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I hold the pickle. I wasn't interested. Anyway, so now there's a new thing.
It's good, Keon. Unless you've tried it, Keon. I saw your face. I'm sorry.
I am trying
to
looking
up like, oh
put
my God,
the flavors together in my brain.
Just try one.
Good. Yeah, it's good. Peanut butter pickle bacon burger.
If you don't like it, you don't have to ever eat it again. Just try. I'll buy you one. How's that? I'll buy you one. I'll buy you one as we sit your ass down and make you watch the Three Amigos finally.
No, I can watch it now. It's just my only streaming service at the moment is Hulu. I'm trying to cut back on a lot of excuses and save some money. And so
I own it. I wonder if I own it.
Okay, well I don't own it, and I only have one streaming service.
I could loan it to you.
Well, I already found it. I found it this weekend.
There's no commercials on a DVD.
True.
Anyway,
it's just 2 commercials. Yeah.
So, you ever been to Culver's? Have you ever been to Culver's?
I have been to Culver's. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now they have something called
a nice fish sandwich.
The PB&J Pub Burger. That's right. Peanut butter, bacon, and jelly. What do you guys think?
I'll have to give that a try. What kind of jelly is it?
I don't know, jelly. There's jelly. I don't know.
Well, is it mint jelly? Is it grape jelly? Is it strawberry jelly? Is it plum jelly?
There's just grape jelly. You got 2 things in life if you are an American: grape jelly, strawberry jam. That's what you got.
Now,
there's no need for anything else. I went to my mom's house and she had some apricot jelly. I'm like, are you kidding with this plate? What is this? Apricot?
Miss Kim is
I don't
not
even know
a
what
fan
apricot
of
looks
grape
like.
jelly. She's not a grape jelly person.
Yeah, so she's a strawberry.
She does like this. She does like the strawberry. Yeah.
Yeah, you're one of those too. So anyway, so here's the word on it from Culver's. It's a single patty with cheese, 2 strips of bacon, pretzel bun. I don't know if that helps or hurts. Then there's a healthy layer of peanut butter under the patty and what looks like a big old glob of grape jelly on top. And I guess they had it in Wisconsin, and they say they're getting ready to roll it out to the other stores. So
Wisconsin.
Just saying. I remember I told you about mixing mayonnaise and peanut butter together. It's just take a little bit of both and taste it, and you'll see. Wait a second. Wow, that's not a bad taste. I'm not trying to steer you wrong here. I'm just trying to tell you. Until you try it, you don't know. You could be missing out on the best thing. I've had ham and cheese and peanut butter sandwiches. And about the peanut butter and jelly cheeseburger, I've had ham and cheese and peanut butter jelly sandwiches mixed together. I've had them. They're a little slippery and hard to kind of finagle, or maybe I just put the jelly in the wrong place. I don't know. But it was good. It was a bite. Because you know how you have ham and a little bit of jam or something like that, a little jelly. That's good stuff. Why are you making that face, Keon? Until you try it, you can't make that face.
Just the peanut butter with any meat doesn't sound appetizing to me at all. In fact, it's the opposite of that. I just don't like it. I just already in my head. Just
that's too bad.
Wait, any meat in peanut butter and jelly?
Yes.
Any meat and peanut butter?
Yeah.
Any meat and jelly? You haven't ever had ham with that little bit of mint jelly like Randy was talking about, a little jelly on the plate?
No, can't say that I have. Can't say that I have.
You have not lived, amoeba. You have not lived.
Did you just call him amoeba?
He's a plankton. He's not even a fully realized human being yet.
I'm tracking now. All right.
Jagdog just sent something. He's sending more betting tickets. See, it's weird because before I couldn't see the pictures. Now they show up like way too big on the screen. Can you just tell me what great thing you did there, Jagdog? I'll believe you. Pink Eye says, well, that was earlier. He wanted a recap of the first 2 hours. We told him no. First, because you were getting whiskey. And second, you go listen to the damn podcast is what I got to say.
Yeah, we have a podcast.
Lost Toby says, Keon and Leo are double dating for prom, are they? Dude. Oh, wow. Leonardo DiCaprio, he's lost his mojo. He was seen recently with a 27-year-old gal.
Wow. And also cannot stress this enough. My girlfriend's 30, so just like in her 30s.
No, this isn't about you. It's about Leo and that gilf. That gilf he's got that's 27.
No.
All Leo, that's a gilf, man.
Don't lump me in with Leo. We are not even close to the same kind of person.
Leo and I are both the same kind of handsome. You can ask my wife. Big George says, I would not trust TikTok or download that on my phone or computer. Keon, you just sold your soul to the devil.
Not really.
Just the Chinese.
No, I mean they're willing to move the servers here if that makes everybody happy. I don't really.
Oh yeah, because you could listen. We don't need to ban it. Every Chinese thing is in every Chinese thing, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying to have the American oversight that everybody says, well, you can't tell what's going on in there. It's like, okay, then here we move it here.
We will move the servers there. We promise. We won't hack them.
Right.
But you'll have the oversight to see what's going on.
Yeah, it's just a weather balloon floating over.
We're not good at hacking at all. Yeah, you're right, Randy. Pay no attention to the weather balloon up there. Yeah. No, it's all good. And meanwhile, somebody in the break room using the microwave. Oh my God, they got in here. They're in the microwave. The Chinese are in the microwave.
I don't know. I just think the stuff is overblown because, no, this is not the show for that. Whatever.
I wonder if we're even interesting enough. This thing, we got 5% of the population. Are we even interesting enough to hack? You know what I'm saying?
No. No.
Hefty Lefty says TikTok started out like all dancing and stuff, but like all social media platforms that involve companies use it to advertise. Facebook started as like only college kids. And by the way, Leo was just talking to the 27-year-old out for dinner as a thank you for babysitting his girlfriend.
Damn. That's going to be good. Text of the day.
Oh, that is text
that
of the day.
deserves a straight fire right
there. Nicely written joke by Hefty Lefty.
Very good, Hefty Lefty.
Boozin' Raider thinks that Keon should play El Guapo. It's not El Guapo. It's El Guapo. He's the main bad guy who's very good. But no. He's got to be one of the three amigos if we're the three amigos. We can't make him the bad guy. I don't know. No. He starts screaming again, maybe. Hook'em Hottie says, this is where men and women differ because I love what she wears. Oh, you're talking about the coach, Craig Sager? Whatever. I don't know.
Kim Mulkey is her name.
Okay.
Oh, you love that look of she had those big giant puffy.
Randy, Hook'em Hottie is from Texas.
Oh,
people in the South think that's a magnificent look. Sexy. Am I right, Keon?
I mean,
like that and the sweater with the yarn kitten on it. Sexy.
I think Kim is in a league of her own at this point.
Sexy.
She has transcended everything.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
All right, we have to take a break. We got. Oh, you never got to talk about football or nothing on this show. Nothing.
Well, imagine this. You've prepped for tomorrow's show already.
Yeah, there's a huge pile of NFL sitting right there, just waiting. All right, let's take that break. We'll be back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates were bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. or online, lundmortgage.com.
Grand slams, no hitters, and double plays are back. And there's no better place to get in on the Major League Baseball action than a FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum, and right now, new customers can step up to the plate with a no sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just go to FanDuel.com/Steve1580 to sign up, place your first bet, and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you don't win. So don't miss your chance to get a no sweat first bet up to $1,000 when you join FanDuel today. Just go to FanDuel.com/Steve1580 to sign up. FanDuel is official partner of Major League Baseball, and Major League Baseball trademarks are used with permission. 21 plus and present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
In business, everything your employees do impacts your brand, including what they wear. Cintas has high-performance workplace apparel for almost every job imaginable. From work shirts and pants, to polos and khakis, to Oxfords or t-shirts, these clothes move, breathe, and look great. Your team gets the styles they like, you convey the image you want. And Cintas service includes weekly laundry and delivery. To learn more, visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Download our free sports app and stay up with all the latest sports news, scores, highlights, and more. Or stream us live anywhere at 1580thefanatic.com. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for sports.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and we've got to remember to do on this date in Big George's sports history because we forgot yesterday and he got cranky. So,
wait, I thought we did hit that yesterday.
No, we totally forgot. I said we were going to, and then we forgot. And then there was somewhere there's a tweet, fire Jeffrey O'Brien, and I don't need that. Colts fan Dan says, I thought only drug dealers and murderers use those. Burner phones? Talking about burner phones? Yeah. And people trying to get around, somebody getting suspended. We talked about that earlier, Colts fan Dan. You're kind of late to the party on that one. We'll talk about that more tomorrow, I'm sure. Hook'em Hottie says, yeah, I love pink, but trust me, I picked the wrong day to wear a short skirt in downtown Phoenix. People out there are getting a show. Oh, it's windy out there. Yeah, that was not a very good idea. Elias Toby says TikTok probably won't get banned because this thing in the First Amendment about the free speech, source, me, also an actual ACLU. It's not about the free speech. I think what they're worried about is all the hacking, the Chinese stuff.
It's just that Facebook literally sold all of our information to a foreign country. But,
which one?
Cambridge Analytica is the
which country?
Cambridge Analytica turned around and sold that to the Russians. So,
okay. Yeah. Long as it wasn't Chinese. I know it's all dumb. It's all dumb. It's all dumb.
So it's just like you can't trust Facebook. So I don't know.
Right. Listen, in reality, if it ain't the Chinese, if it ain't the Russians, it's the Americans. Everybody is stealing your data. Everybody is selling your data. Everybody is sharing your data. Everybody knows everything about every little thing. That's why I'm a good boy on the Goog, because I don't ever want it used against me. That's all. Do I want to see certain things I hear people talk about? Yes. Do I look them up? No. Well, maybe on a work computer. 888-368-1580. Crackalacken says, put some cream cheese in a hot dog. You're welcome. You know what? I got hot dogs. I got cream cheese.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
I've
I will try it.
I've done that. Yeah, I've done that before. It's very good.
So you cook the hot dog and you put the cream cheese. Anything else? Do you put anything on there with it, or just cream cheese?
I've had it with a little ketchup. I've had it with a little mustard. I've had it with a little relish. It's all good. Yeah.
So I guess I forgot to hit refresh. There's a lot of text here I got to go through. Keon's lady says, well, but now I want to go to prom. You got to take her to prom now, Keon.
We're not going to prom because what school are we going to? Neither of us went to high school here. Where are we going? Where are we going?
And Keon's lady also says, by the way, it's true. I send Keon lots of TikToks. Right now, I'm really into woodworking and home repair hacks. They're really good. You may be sending him woodworking and repair hacks, but in 3 seconds, he's watching somebody dancing. That's all. I mean, that's just a true story.
No,
that's just a true story.
No. Because first off, your own TikTok tries to tailor what you're watching to what you've been watching, and nothing's going to make you feel worse than when you're with the girlfriend and then you open up the TikTok and look, it's somebody dancing, because you that's what you were watching, and that's what TikTok now thinks that you like.
The Chinese are going to go woodworking. No, this Keon guy, he wants to see some dancing. Come on. And then click. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that. So
Keon's lady, don't blame him if suddenly there's dancing girls. Now, I don't know anything about TikTok since I don't have TikTok.
You don't have to blame me for anything. I'm not a creep. So
here we go, Jeffrey.
So here we go. Yeah.
That train has left the station.
I'm just saying. Don't hold it against him, because
there's nothing to hold against him.
No.
Just say
an ad for Sephora showed up on my feed today, and my wife is like, Sephora? I was like, I didn't look up anything for makeup. Why would I even? Sometimes they just happen. It doesn't mean anything.
And also, if you have a device in a proximity as somebody else who would buy Sephora,
is that why when I sit down next to you, suddenly I get all these porn ads?
You get porn ads?
For weird, I don't know, because when I sit down next to you, I get tons of pop-ups.
It's interesting. I don't get these ads. So between you and your internet service provider, my friend, I can't be me.
I'm just making up a lot of crap.
I know.
I am making up so much stuff. I just want to see Keon's lady's look on her face. What?
She's listened to the show long enough. I think she's got
she
the
knows
idea.
Well.
Also, she knows me. So just look.
Does she?
What does she know about you?
So Keon, leave your phone unlocked to go to the bathroom. Go ahead.
Okay.
No Blissful Haze. We're not talking about putting KY jelly on a hamburger. No, it's Tuesday.
Oh my God.
It's too early for that.
Oh my goodness.
Pink Eye says, I like to put grape jelly on a hot and spicy chicken sandwich at McDonald's. That's very good.
Ooh.
That's interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah.
I can't say I'd like it, though. Jagdog says, Keon can be the bad guy from Three Amigos, El Guapo. Everybody wants you to be El Guapo, but I'm not letting that happen to Keon. I'm not letting that happen. He's an amigo. Baker's Cocky Hen says, just hit my FanDuel Dinger Tuesday bet. Mount Castle for the win. 25 pays 90. There you go. Well done, Baker's Cocky Hens. Boomer Sewer says, hey, Keon, buddy, I wish you good luck. I think you did. Rom the comedies are coming. Iraqis are.
What?
Let me just set up I'll just pour him a strong one.
Are coming. Then Lawton's men are coming. They told us a long time ago they were going to get us. Within, we're letting all of them get.
Pour another one. Yeah.
Wow.
I tried, Boomer Sooner. I want to go back and read that.
It's a struggle today, there, sir. Struggle.
Yeah. CK says, I wonder what Dusty Rhodes thinks about Keon eating his peanut butter wieners on the TikTok. Okay, first off, timeout.
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes ain't going to talk about that.
Keon never said he ate a peanut butter wiener on TikTok. He's never said any of that. Nothing. I've said I've taken I've taken an uncooked hot dog and dipped it in peanut butter and eaten it, and it's good. So that is what you would be asking about. But also Dusty Rhodes is dead. 888-368-1580.
I think more importantly, Dusty Rhodes is dead.
Let's take care of our 7 foot Arizona sports malcontent, Big George, with on this date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1911, for the first time, the Most Valuable Player Award was introduced in Major League Baseball, sponsored by Hugh Chalmers, an automaker. The first winners of the MVP, selected by a vote of one baseball writer representing each franchise in the league, would be Dirtbag Detroit Tigers outfielder Ty Cobb and Frank Schulte of the Chicago Cubs. Back to me, Joe. Can you believe that? Ty Cobb was a great player, but he was a garbage human being. He really was, or he was a mean competitor. I don't know how he really was as a human.
SOB.
Yeah, he did not care. He was read up on Ty Cobb, and there was a movie Tommy Lee Jones did about him. Yeah, and I don't even know if that was accurate. But Ty Cobb was a mess. Here's a mess for you. A bagel with cream cheese and Fruity Pebbles is the bomb, says Roll Tide Kara. See, now that
if you want the diabetes,
that sounds good and like death row-ish, doesn't it?
Until your doctor goes, you need to lower your blood sugar because you're essentially eating candy.
If anybody ever told you your blood sugar is too damn low, then a bagel with cream cheese and Fruity Pebbles, that might be you're right, though. That is an insulin bomb.
Donate some blood, maybe.
Yeah.
Crack-a-lackin' says Seattle dog, which is a hot dog with cream cheese and sauteed onions and peppers. Ooh, see, I don't know if I want to mix cream cheese with onions and peppers. I don't know. But listen, that doesn't mean I'm right. I'm just not sure.
Obviously, Cecil doesn't want to do that. So
says Keon is watching TikToks of Phil Mickelson dancing with his shirt. See, that's it. I'm wearing a shirt like that.
Yeah.
This is not a Phil Mickelson shirt. I could have
Mickelson's
lived
on
a million years. A million years I could have lived with that. Just Google Phil Mickelson dancing.
Well, I missed it. Why would I want to see it now? You sound
because I had to see it. You should have to see it too.
You sound disturbed. Why would I look it up?
It's
I loved it. It was great. It was amazing. I learned how to dance from Phil Mickelson in his shirt commercial.
And then TikTok's gonna think I want to see more guys in their 50s dancing shirtless. I don't want to.
Well, I could.
Happy Lefty was like a dark Sith Lord there, like and it didn't work. Just didn't work. Lost Toby says, I hear Keon likes alternative dancing on TikTok. What's alternative dancing? Is it like just sitting there in a chair? That's the alternative to dancing.
It's the only alternative to dance.
Keon's lady just turned up the saucy with, I'm the one watching ladies dancing on TikTok. Keon's like,
you're making it weird.
Time to go home.
It's like the only rule. Yeah, look. Oh, look at that. Look at the time. There's only a few minutes left in the show.
Keon can't wait to get home now. He's like, really?
Boy.
Okay. Well, there's one thing we didn't get a chance to talk about, and we need to clarify something. Let's face it, the Bidens are kind of dumb. And Dr. Biden might be smart about the things she's doctoring about and teaching about, but all she did was she kind of made a gee whiz comment that got kind of turned around. So what happened was at the end of the national championship, she's like, it's going to be great to see LSU at the White House. And I'm going to see if Joe will let the other team come too. She was just kind of saying, it was a great to see this competition. And I don't think she legitimately meant we're going to have both teams to the White House. Everybody lost their participation trophy hating minds. Again, I hate participation trophies too, but all she was doing was sort of gee whizzing. She wasn't serious. So for clarification, only LSU is going to the White House. That's it. The other team is not invited. They're not going. But I do appreciate Angel Reese. She referred to that. She's like, joke. That's a joke. And you're right. And then, of course, the other gal was like, yeah, we don't need to be going to the White House. We didn't win. And so the gals have it right. Jill Biden just decided, wouldn't it be nice if we could Come on, too much liberal there. Too much.
She's not a sports fan. You can tell.
She doesn't. Well, no, I think she is. She goes to a lot of Eagles games. So I think she's a sports fan, but she just was so happy to see so much enthusiasm for women in sports. I love the Onion. They said Jill Biden invites every woman who's ever touched a basketball to the White House.
That was hilarious. I laughed at that for 10 minutes.
The Onion is on fire lately, man. Anyway, so let's all get that straight. It was a gee whiz moment. Wasn't legit. There ain't going to be anything like that. The real winners get the real prize, and they get to go to the White House, as it should be. I'm against participation trophies, but I'm also against the government telling you can't have participation trophies.
Can't imagine why you'd invite the team that lost by 17 points to the White House. Gave up 102 points, which is the most in the women's final ever.
I think what would be really funny is if the championship team gets invited to the White House, but the losing team has to go over to where the vice president lives. They're all crammed in this little house. Like, can I go home now? No, you stay for the whole thing. All right, guys, we did not talk NFL today. I'm a little disappointed. So tomorrow, when we start that show, we're talking nothing but NFL. So help me God. See you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Yes, we do have availability. Those dates for how many guests?